but somehow we need to. You may ask yourself, am I right? Am I wrong? You may say to yourself, my God, what have I done? Let the days go by. Let the water run me down. Let the days go by. Water flowing underground. Days for the blue again. After the money's gone. Once in a lifetime. Water flowing underground. Days for the blue again. Into the silent water. Under the rocks and stone. There is water underground. Let the days go by. Into the silent water. Once in a lifetime. Water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. 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 Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was, Earl. I just smacked my forehead.
Time isn't holding us. Time isn't after us. Time isn't holding us. Time isn't holding back. Time isn't holding us. Time isn't after us. Time isn't holding us. Let the days go by. Let the days go by. Let the days go by. Once in a
I'll play the open.
Okay, let's get down to it, Bopper.
Perfect. Be ready to groan along with it. Buddies. Yeah, buddies. Ron and Fez show. Election day. Or Fez's little joke. Erection day. Hanging out with you. Today we'll be doing a little round table with just the boys on the show. And then tonight, we go live. All the news coming in tonight. Earl.
Yes.
You said you would walk away from the United States of America if Obama loses.
I will leave this country for at least 4 years.
And that includes this show. You will quit the Ron and Fez show.
The whole shooting match. I will give up.
This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is our chance.
Where are you going to wander around for 4 years, David Carradine?
I will be. I will go to France. I will go to Spain. I will go anywhere but here.
And you're going to do that on a pauper salary. Fantastic.
I will roam the earth like Kane.
All right. You're going to go blackpacking.
Kane from WWE?
No, Kane from Kung
Everywhere
Fu.
you go, there's fire. It's Kane! All right, the Ron and Fez show. I cannot believe that we are going to stop talking about the election. That it'll finally be... Because I get letters from people, emails, of course. I don't get letters anymore. It's crazy. But emails, and then people are like... enough of the election stuff. I go, it is the first 18 pages of the newspaper. And after tomorrow, we're probably not going to talk about it. Sure, we'll talk about, this and that, but all the excitement is gone. And it really is, for people who like it, it's good sport.
Well, we'll probably start talking about 2012 almost immediately.
I really think not. I mean, normally you bring up a couple years out. You start to talk about it in the primaries. Next year, in 2012, the chances are very good that there'll only be one big primary. One of these parties is going to win and probably go unopposed. Like 4 years ago, you never talked about any other Republicans. That was all George W's. So to have the excitement of big primaries on both sides, really bigger than life stuff. Anything surprise you that happened or didn't happen in this election?
I am honestly surprised as this went through its whole process that Hillary Clinton is not part of this somehow, somewhere on the ticket, either as the nominee or the running mate. I really thought Hillary would have been part of this, the way they fought it out.
Not only is she not part of it, but all those people who said we're not going to vote for Barack because of Hillary, that's a non-story. Doesn't even come up anymore. So Hillary Clinton, non-story right about now. Anything surprise you, Davey Mack?
I was surprised that Obama, I didn't think that they were able to get to him. And I thought that between Reverend Wright and other shit.
Nothing stuck.
I thought something was going to stick on him. If not from the Republicans, someone from the media. And I think the Republicans couldn't get him, and the media let him go.
Well, obviously, the interesting thing there was the way he defended himself was by basically not working too hard to defend, where he brushed things off. He certainly, you never saw him get angry and defend himself. Here's another non-story as far as it comes to him. I thought his wife was going to be a bigger story in the primaries. She seems like she's got a little more heat. Another non-story in the primaries, Joe Biden. Palin is talked about constantly. I was looking at Joe Biden's approval ratings. They're pretty damn good. He's got like 60% of the people said that they feel like he has presidential leadership qualities. Obviously, they'd never heard the crazy bastard talk before. The best thing that they did was found out that Sarah Palin was somewhat controversial, and they told Biden, stay low, be quiet, don't even go out there and debate her. He kind of laid down in the debate, still won it for whatever reason, but he has not been the hardcore attack dog. And he does seem like he could still fly commercial. It seems like he could just go get on a plane and it wouldn't be a big deal. Earl Douglas, anything that surprised you?
The surprise for me was Sarah Palin. I mean, who would have thought that she would have been probably on the Republican side the bigger story than John McCain?
Much bigger.
She's much bigger than John McCain, who was the comeback kid.
Yeah, the two non-stories in this entire campaign are John McCain and Joe Biden, the two old white guys. Nobody really, and both those guys have pretty colorful pasts. They've both been caught up in controversy before, but nobody cares about the old white guys. It's the young white woman and the young black guy. That's the story. Here's another person I thought was going to be a bigger story. John McCain's daughter. Remember that she was running all the YouTube stuff and really a gorgeous young girl and seems like she's a lot of fun. I don't know whether they shut her down or people just didn't pay attention post-Palin, but she became a non-story, and through the primary, she was getting some heat.
Meghan McCain was her name. And you would have, I would have thought she would have been out there, much more than the Bush twins or any other daughter that we had out there.
She got the Apollo Theater hook. I mean, as soon as she started.
But why?
Because of Palin. You only have so many hens in the hen house, and they had their chick story.
And I think if they had brought, let's say McCain would have brought out his daughter, I think the Palin daughter that's pregnant would have just kept getting pushed out there a little bit more.
I thought the media, for all the attacks of the media, that wasn't too harsh. That not only did the country not judge her, I don't think the media was too tough on the daughter or what kind of mother is Sarah Palin. I think the main trouble that Sarah Palin got into was by being a rookie, by not realizing every single thing that you say gets picked up. There was a little story she had the other day when she was trying to talk about Iraq that got picked up. Listen to what she says right here. This is Sarah Palin in an interview.
And we talk a lot about,
you know what I mean? Where
lead as an attack dog, which is what you normally do with the VP. But don't go around wearing furs anymore. Guys in the suburbs don't hunt the way they did when I was a kid.
Media should probably...
You know what? There's something there. Because
smartest thing that he could have done, and you never know, it's a tough thing to pull off, but he had to come out attacking George W. Bush. McCain needed to say, Our ideas weren't bad. The execution was bad. We know how to do this. We just have the wrong guy running this. That's a tough move, but it might have been the only move that could have helped him. I know it wouldn't help that much with the Republicans, but it would definitely help with the independents and some Democrats that worry about Obama.
I say he hurt him about 60%. Just a little bit over half. I mean, McCain got rid of him for the most part. The man wasn't even at the convention.
But wasn't that a story into itself?
Oh, yeah, of Bush,
And what has Obama been running against? Not attacking John McCain. He's attacking the last 8 years.
They have commercials that say, it's time for a change. It's like, John McCain is change.
Right.
He is not the president.
But then they show pictures of him and the president
Doing
both
that.
sweaty and hugging.
And
the fucking worst move he ever did is hug that man.
And I have one other thing. Earl says, what's, McCain's specific platform? You can't even tell me what Obama's specific platform is. It's a lot of nebulous terms like hope and...
I'm not Bush. He beat McCain to the I'm not Bush guy.
but that's not a platform.
But it is a way to run a campaign. You cannot say that Obama's run a bad campaign. I guess we'll know that tonight if he doesn't if it doesn't work. But as we sit here this afternoon, wink wink, it seems like he's run a damn good campaign.
But McCain started with, "Hey, I'm more experienced. I've crossed party lines." And then he picked Sarah Palin, who had no experience and had very, very few bipartisan. Then he was the change guy.
Well, see, that's the problem. Sarah Palin helped a lot with the Jesus Head Republicans down south. But did it pull McCain, one independent and one Democrat?
See,
we'll have to see tonight.
Because McCain was not going to go for another, older white guy like himself, and that's a lot of the Republican Party. That's why I think the Palin thing was at least original.
Right. No one said it wasn't original. It was the craziest move ever. But that doesn't mean that it exactly worked. The only way it works is if we saw that he wins tonight. Then we'll go, Jesus Christ, he's the master.
But he kept saying, "I'm not the Bush guy, I'm not the Bush guy." The convention rolls around. The guy who wrote, they had Bush's speechwriter write everybody's speeches. The tone was classic George Bush. And that whole style of
party speechwriters, though. Party speechwriters are always around. I mean, just because he guy wrote for Bush... That doesn't mean anything.
Well, McCain could never sell the fear card like Bush Cheney could. I mean, and they tried things like Obama hangs out with terrorists. He's a socialist. Communist came up.
The problem is, who is there to fear right now? Bush Cheney. They are now the boogeyman. Nobody scares America worse than them.
Yeah, and I just wish that McCain could... He just wasn't able to get around Bush.
Hey, the early voting now, they're talking about doing in every single state. Think this is a good thing or bad thing?
Oh, I think it's a good thing. Get out there. There's always something that goes wrong on an election night. They run out of ballots. Something goes wrong. Do early voting everywhere.
Yeah, but now you have people that aren't really listening to the issues because they could be voting out a month before. Now, how would you like to go, let's say... You vote for, let's say, Obama. And then you find out, wait, I did know that he is now a terrorist. That news came out. Oh, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. I already voted. What's your fucking hurry?
Plus, who trusts real mail anymore? I don't. I mean, I wouldn't trust my ballot to even get there.
No.
Hey, some guy just rips it. How would you not know that? Plus, it seems so much easier to fake elections with early voting. Getting dead people to fucking sign to sign their ballots and everything.
What's going to happen to George W. Bush? Where's he going to go after this?
I think he disappears. I think he plays Lyndon Johnson, goes to Texas, and we just don't see him except through grainy photographs through the bushes.
Well, Lyndon Johnson died not long after leaving office. So he really didn't have... I mean, everybody takes a little time off, and during Lyndon's time, he died. Nixon laid low like that, then kind of bounced back a little bit. By the way, I'm really looking forward to this Richard Nixon movie that's coming out. The trailer is amazing. Have you guys seen this yet?
No.
I have not seen the trailer.
It's the David Frost, Richard Nixon thing that they played on Broadway. They showed the trailer, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. There's still isn't a more powerful figure as president than Richard Nixon. He makes the rest of them look like schoolboys. He really, I mean, this is a guy, for everyone talking about, Reagan was the great communicator. The reason why Reagan got in was when he was so old is because that fucking Richard Nixon used to pull his wings and legs off and let him flop around during every election. Nixon used to destroy the man. Just absolutely ran that party, and nobody used to do about it. So this movie might be a great one.
Frank Langella or something. And he's
Langella.
Langella. I love that fucking guy.
Chicago is preparing for what they call a massive Obama victory celebration. Where will McCain's be held? Downtown Phoenix, if they do it?
I don't. It's somewhere in Arizona. I'm not sure if it's Phoenix.
Supposedly he has very small plans for tonight, though, right?
Yeah. And there was one story last week that got confused that said McCain had rented this hotel for his rally on election night, but was going to be outside with some other people. So I guess it's actually not even a place where everyone can fit.
Oh man!
So he's not planning a real rally?
He's got this hotel and he's got a party planned. I guess he's expecting to. I guess he has to make it look like he's expecting a speech. But
he's not even going to be there?
Yeah, he's going to be there. But he's going to go.
I don't understand the story then.
Yeah, they were confused about whether he would be inside the hotel or outside the hotel.
Put me with the confused people. I'm one of them. I don't know where he's going to be tonight. Earl, does it look tacky to plan a big, giant celebration beforehand?
I don't think so at all. I think it's just good city government. If you're going to get that many people in his hometown to come out, and this could be the most historic election in this country's history.
Because it's black?
Yes.
Is that the only reason?
Yeah, the first black elected president, and expect a big crowd. It's going to be a huge turnout.
Anyway, people.
But would you, if McCain and Palin went tonight, would you be saying that about women will just be gathering in the streets to celebrate?
If this happens, right, tonight, and there's a big Obama win, will you and Franklin please walk me home? And could you get me an African flag T-shirt? And could you get me a tattoo that says black owned and operated?
No dashiki?
Yeah. I'm going to start working my dreads immediately.
But I think
do you mind if we start and call you the man? The man's keeping us down.
That would be a weird role reversal, wouldn't it?
Well, what was that movie that
White Man's Birded?
Did? What was the
White Man's Birded?
Yeah, White Man's Birded. What was so bad? I never saw it. Was it like an Earth 2 movie?
It was Earth 2 to a T.
It was absolutely fascinating.
He's just running around alleys like as if every black guy lives in an alley. There was only white people in alleys.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. It's like all you had to do if you want to see what white people act like when they're the minority, just look what happened in South Africa. They were the minority and they ran the whole damn place.
Still number one.
You know what it is, Earl? The ability to answer an alarm clock.
But that changed eventually.
Yeah, what if Obama says everybody sleep in? Be there when you get there.
National Sleep-In Day.
CPT. We are now switching everything to CPT.
The thing about the million people at the parade, besides it evoking the Million Man March, is that it's pretty fucking arrogant.
The Phillies drew 3 million. So, yeah.
So that's a lot better than what Obama's getting. And I again have to say, like I've been saying, it's arrogant. And I can't wait till McCain is holding a Dewey Defeats Truman paper.
You say arrogant. Is the word that you're really looking for uppity?
Well, I believe that they're cousins, they're synonyms. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't mean uppity. I just mean like he just walks around thinking he's better than he is.
It's simple, smart city government. You're preparing for a massive celebration.
Oh, jeez.
That's all you're doing. That's
you
all
make it sound so frightening. You make it sound like the scariest thing that could happen to Chicago.
Don't say massive.
Just get rid of the word celebration. Say takeover. So that's basically what it was saying.
Takeover. And again, it's like what over. We're getting 4 years. That's all we're getting.
If.
Yeah, exactly.
Earl, and you're acting like you know for sure that this is going to happen tonight. And I really even at this late time, I will believe it when I see it. I I see all the poll numbers that they are. And I'm hearing this crazy story Fez has about McCain may or may not be at his own victory party. And I still don't understand that story. But I do not believe it. I will believe it when I see it tonight.
The idea of him losing is actually out of my mind now.
But it's not even a little bit funny to you if he does lose?
It will be the biggest downer in the history of downers.
Then why would I be laughing so hard?
And then I would have to pack and leave and just...
Bring your bags tonight.
What are you going to pack? You only have that black coat, black pants, black shirt. You don't have anything else.
Like Big Brother, you'll have 1 minute to say goodbye to everyone and then just head out the door with your baggage.
But I don't know what the tone of the country will be if he loses.
Look at me, I'll be laughing.
Because the build up, just like, the crowds this guy is drawn and the outpouring of support. The guy's on T-shirts.
He's on T-shirts.
The guy's a rock. It's like rock star.
So is Alfred
stuff.
from Mad Magazine. Being on T-shirts isn't the qualification.
But Dave, can you remember a politician, either that really generated this much excitement in your lifetime ever? At this magnitude.
Well, I saw Bill Clinton in '92 sell out New Jersey Nets Stadium. Continental Airlines.
What they charge?
I was there.
What they charge?
$35. $35 in '92. But we upper deck seats.
So what'd you get in for, like $17,500?
But remember,
Bill Clinton never, in his wildest fucking dreams, drew these kind of crowds.
I'm just saying that the entire arena was sold out.
And I'm telling you, never in his wild... That's 18,000 there. We were watching Obama pull 100 and actually pulled back from it.
Okay,
he
big
pulled
crowd.
back. And he's drawn like that overseas.
The guy
but it doesn't mean that he's got the majority of the people. It means that some hardcore people like him a real lot. And I'll tell you right now, I see Sarah Palin doing very, very well drawing her people out there. Not the same crowds. I'd like to mix the two crowds and bring them out one after another and then let the audience vote.
But Dave, the guy gave he accepted the nomination in a football stadium, and I have friends who were out in Denver, who live out there, and they were turning people away. They
begged him to do 2 shows, and he goes, "We can't do 2 conventions." They go, "People want a second convention."
It was just unbelievable. Just the.
Listen,
he made people passionate about politics again.
Garth Brooks sold out Central Park in New York. It can be
Here
done.
are the big states to keep an eye on tonight. This is going to tell the story. Pennsylvania, Ohio, Virginia, Florida, and probably Nevada. It looks like McCain needs to win all of those. That if he doesn't pull those 5, he's got some amount of trouble. Maybe he could give up PA and it's not over. But PA and any other thing. If he gives up PA and Virginia, I think this one's already in the tank. Not going to happen for him.
Yeah, he can lose Pennsylvania, but then he's got to tiptoe through the Bush-Cheney red states.
He's got to win everything. He's got to win everything else that's up there. Because the only one of the swing states that he stayed fighting in was PA. Other than that, he's got to win every other state out there that was considered a swing state. So he's got to go something like 7 for 7, 8 for 8. It can happen. There's no doubt about it. But it's going to be a tough one.
And he was in 7 states yesterday on Monday. Hit all 7 of those swing states.
Was Colorado considered a swing state, and he's kind of conceded it, or?
Yeah, Colorado looks like he's conceded that one, which means that if that happens, he's got to pick up PA. That's the problem with his campaign, is that he's not going to win every red state that Bush had. And remember, Bush was right, squeakers twice. Mm-hmm. So he can't give anything else up. You got to be able to win these.
I hope he gets Nevada. That's the one I'm a little bit nervous about.
Who gets it?
With McCain. I hope McCain gets Nevada.
You're a McCainiac.
Yes, I am. Let's go. McCainiacs are going to show our 24-inch pythons tonight, baby.
Is that because you make over $250,000?
No, I like the guy. I don't know. He speaks plainly. Obama has all these difficult
hold on.
grasp
He
ideas.
doesn't speak plainly. You do.
Obama's very lofty language. I can't relate to the guy anymore.
Yeah, words like
I
hope,
could.
change,
It's
enough. Yeah, those are hard words to grasp.
they're not tangible, Earl. I mean, to be honest
This
with
is
you.
great. It's like playing point, dumber point with your toe.
Well, you guys know what I'm saying.
No.
He doesn't have tangible ideas, Obama. It is hope, and it's bullshit, and it's a fucking...
Why wouldn't he say that then? I'm here for bullshit and crap.
It's like he might as well be saying, I'm for heaven and angels and everything
But
nice.
I'm going to tell you something,
not?
my friends. I'm here to bring you some bullshit today. How many of you people are ready to believe in my bullshit? Just echo it. I'm ready to give you pie in the sky. All you want.
Could you imagine if the campaigns, both sides are just using real plain language? They're debating, that's a pile of horse shit. That would be hysterical.
That would be the 202 election, where you can really just get out there and say what you want.
That's fucked up, Senator.
Well, tonight, it all comes down. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. A little later on, we'll go over our votes. We'll go through, we'll pick out all the states, and everybody's... Because really, as much as we go, he's up by 2 points, he's down by 3 points, it only really matters state by state. So we'll try to see which one of the 4 of us comes up with the electoral votes that we need to push this vote. Now, you got to have 270 to win. There's, 538 out there?
538 possible.
538 possible, but the second either one of these guys hits 270, it's over. Put it in the bag. That's the end of it. And then your shitty vote doesn't count. West Coast. That's right, Oregon. Nobody cares. Now, if this thing goes late tonight, better news for John McCain.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like the playoffs. Like if you're the favorite team and the game is close, it usually favors the road team. Like if it stays close, oh God, I might have to pack.
That's right.
If this stays close, it's John McCain's.
That's right.
But after what Fez said to us, the guy doesn't even have a hotel ballroom tonight. Or he has one and he's not going to be there. And it's at a Hamptons. Now, when is this big party in Chicago?
I don't know what time Obama's going to... I guess it'll...
But that big parade, they're doing, is that tomorrow if he gets in? Is it this weekend?
No, it's for Tuesday night. It's for after the election. Yeah.
So Tuesday night, they're ready to
Tonight.
party down.
Tonight, it says the victory will be held in Grant Park. Tonight is the concession speech. A time has not been announced.
Now, that's exciting because Grant Park was the same place that they maced the kids back in 1968. So we really come along.
Full circle.
Now, and all kidding aside, and we will talk about this later, but there is no way that you could have been raised in the United States of America when I was, and where I was, and ever imagine, even as a long shot, as a sci-fi fucking story, that at one point we would have a black president of the United States. I remember when people said, no way will a black guy ever become mayor of fucking Philadelphia, where something like 80% of the town was black at the time. People were still going, won't happen, bro. Ain't gonna happen. Earl, this has got to be a crazy thing for you to see happen over your lifetime.
Oh God, my head is spinning because I was like second generation. I was like the second wave of like being bussed into a school. You know what I mean? Just that whole notion.
Who was the first generation? Your parents?
My oldest sisters, because there's a big age gap.
Yeah, but just know that you and your sister are in the same generation, no matter what.
Well, I meant second wave, like the second wave, where it was less of a problem. My sisters was, there were petitions and protests and all of that stuff. At least with me, it was like you got the looks, but it's just like, okay, it's a couple of years past it already, but enough time. But now to where we have a black guy, and it's not. I mean, it's still in certain parts of the country a problem.
You think?
But it's not the problem.
In everywhere, USA, there is still racism.
Yeah.
But it's got to say something about the United States of America that we even have the possibility tonight at looking at a black man being elected president. And again, I know everybody didn't come from my old fucking neighborhood. You know what I mean? I know everybody knew that. But in a long shot, I would have bet cash money when I was a kid that I would not have lived to see this happen, let alone the fact that it doesn't seem to be that big a deal. I mean, we do some jokes about it because we're assholes. But the reality of it is, I don't see people on either side of this really focusing that strongly on who's black and who's white.
They were making a bigger deal about, whether Tony Dungy or Lovie Smith will win the Super Bowl and be the first black head coach to win the Super Bowl than they are about this.
And let's face it, that happened 2 years ago. So to go from a sport where black people have dominated throughout our lifetime to American politics where, hey, who wants to read me off a list of black congressmen? How many could you come up off the top of your head? Black senators. How many can you come up with off the top of your head? But now we might be looking at a black president tonight. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal.
And again, in the context of time, it hasn't been. I mean, here we are, like 40 years after cities were on fire. You know,
Martin Luther King. It's 40 years after Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I mean, cities were on fire, and the racial divide was. I think that was probably at its worst.
Dude, we're 15 years away from the OJ trial, which the country divided by race. So we're doing something right. Tonight, you will be able to hear the election results with us live right here on XM 202 and Sirius 197.
Ron and Fez present Presidential Thunderdome 08 starting at 7 o'clock. That's live tonight, 7 o'clock in the East.
All right, we're going to break here. When we get back, let's try to work out who's going to win what state tonight. That should be a lot of fun.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But before we get into that, Earl, one more time. When you find out that you lose this election tonight, you will be gone from the show tomorrow and then gone from the United States of America. Do we have that?
Yes.
There you have it, everybody. Right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202, Sirius 197.
Who, Ron? Bartertown?
Damn it, I told you no more embargoes.
Who, Ron? Bartertown.
You know who.
Say.
Ron and Fez run Bartertown this election night, Tuesday, November 4th. You can join the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202, Sirius 197 for Ron and Fez's Presidential Thunderdome 08. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. There's going to be 5 hours of election coverage from 7 p.m. to midnight Eastern this Tuesday, November 4th. So tune in for Ron and Fez's Presidential Thunderdome 08. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
The Ron and Fez.
What's on my XM?
Welcome to Election Day Tuesday on your XM. My name is Paul from the studios in Washington, D.C. If you'd like more unbiased coverage of presidential politics at its best, you can find it right now and throughout the election results tonight on POTUS on XM Channel 130. Also, some of XM's biggest stars are on location today, from Joe Madison to Gayle King and much more. Be sure to check out our website for full Election Day details at xmradio.com.
Hi, this is Adam Shine with a very important message. The NFL can now be heard on your XM radio. Sign up for the Best of Sirius package now, and you can catch NFL games and our 24/7 NFL channel, featuring news and analysis from the biggest names in the league, like John Madden, Shannon Sharp, Peter King, Pat Kerwin, Carl Banks, Randy Cross, and yours truly, Adam Shine. all on NFL radio. Hear exclusive expert NFL talk 24/7, 365 days a year, featuring more than half of the NFL's head coaches calling in for weekly reports. The best of Sirius is available now. Call 888-5SIRIXM. That's 888-574-7496. Or go to xmradio.com/best. Available to U.S. subscribers only.
Hi, kids. Did you miss today's Opie and Anthony show? Don't cry. Don't cry. It's going to be okay. Do you want to listen to Opie and Anthony shows wherever you go?
Shut up! Shut up!
Just go to audible.com. Shows are posted every single day for you to download, or you can browse their massive library for your favorite Opie and Anthony broadcast. Or if that's too complicated, you can go to opieandanthony.com and there's links every single day to a fresh new broadcast that you can download.
It's the College Football Minute on XM Satellite Radio.
I'm Chuck DeLapp with this college football update. The Tennessee Vols are in the market for a new football coach. Philip Fulmer has been forced out as head coach, effective at the end of the season. The 58-year-old was emotional during a news conference on Monday.
I've been blessed to work hard at a job every day, doing something that never felt like a job. I was doing something that I loved, and we will say thank you to everyone who loves the ball.
Fulmer is in his 17th season with Tennessee, who won a national championship in 1998. But the Vols have lost 4 straight. They're 3-6 this season and 1-5 in the SEC. Tennessee matches up with Wyoming this weekend. Much more can be heard this Saturday. For a complete schedule, log on to collegesports.xmradio.com.
The ACC, Big Ten, Big East, Big 12, Pac-10, and SEC. XM, your college football connection, wherever you are.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202, Sirius 197.
Madam Speaker, I rise in strong opposition to this bill. This is only going to make the problem that much worse. Long term, this is disastrous because everything we're doing here, everything we've done for 6 months, we've already pumped in $700 billion. Here's another $700 billion. This is going to destroy the dollar.
Election day on the Ron and Fez Show. And, Bez, this is just a day shift for us. People are out there voting now. But tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will start the Ron and Fez Show and take that to midnight or whenever to try to get to the end of this. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Who will that man be? We will find out tonight. I've got to tell you, I think the polling in the last couple of days, that I see a little life there in the McCain camp. I'm not going to lie to you about it. I see a little bit of life about this. And if you're a guy who's any kind of historian when it comes to the American elections, anything can happen.
The McCain camp still seems very confident. Well, I guess you don't want him saying anything like, well, it's over, as people are headed to the polls.
Don't even bother.
Please.
Don't even bother. I don't stand a chance in hell. Davey Mack, you are from a notorious blue state, New Jersey.
Yes.
Do you see any kind of signage out there? Any chance at all that McCain could take New Jersey?
I see some signage on front lawns of people who live near school systems, strangely enough.
So what do you think that has to do with it?
I think that people who maybe live near school or teachers might, surprisingly, at least in Jersey, be more conservative. Because I noticed my mom was a former teacher. All her friends have McCain signs on their front lawns.
There's one candidate out of the 4 that has PTA experience, and that's Sarah Palin.
Are any of you guys predicting upset here tonight? Do we have anybody who's ready to do an upset?
I think McCain's going to win.
You've got that.
I think McCain's going to pull he's going to pull a Villanova over Georgetown. He's going to play it perfectly, and he's going to take it home.
And you want that, or you just feel that?
I feel it, and I sort of want it because I think Obama's gotten a little bit arrogant.
So you see this more as a TV show than you really do anything to do with
He's
government.
voting for prom king.
I just would like to see McCain face Obama because Obama is just too smiley, I thought, the last 2 months.
I can't believe that you get a vote. That's the thing that just annoys me. That my vote counts just as much as yours. Let's play a little game here and see if we can guess the states. And then tonight, we will bring that in. Everybody can write these down on their own. Everybody get a pad and paper.
Ready?
And we'll go through some of these. And if anybody wants to jump in on how they feel about it, a lot of these states are just going to go the way that they normally go, but we'll try it out. First of all, Maine.
Maine.
Either Obama or McCain. Maine, there was some talk about, right, Fez?
Yeah, Maine was up for grabs for some reason. I don't know why. I guess maybe a little more conservative base up there. But yeah, Maine was up for grabs for a while.
All right, so after that, Connecticut. Let's go Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont. Everybody right there is in. Anybody got anything to say about any of those states, or we all kind of feel like these are already locked in?
I think McCain's going to surprise people and take Maine.
You're going to give Maine?
Yeah, I am.
Anything else in New England?
I am giving McCain New Hampshire.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where he was the comeback kid during the primaries. I think they go McCain again.
All right, let's move on over to New York. Straight McCain for you there, Davy Mack. Jersey, your home state.
McCain will take Jersey.
All right. Maryland.
McCain.
D.C.
Obama.
And Delaware. So we all got those. Fezzi, I noticed you didn't throw any more McCains.
No, I think that last run there, that Mid-Atlantic run, I think that's an Obama sweep.
Florida.
Oh, McCain all the way.
McCain all the way?
Yes, definitely.
Fezzi?
I am going to give Florida to John McCain.
Wow, it's another big one.
I think a military state, I think they'll come up, the military bases there, they'll come up for McCain.
Just don't see them as wanting to vote for Democrats.
And the redder areas.
How about Georgia? Any upsets?
I think John McCain's going to take Georgia.
No, here's going to be a close one. North Carolina. Earl?
Obama.
I think McCain's going to take a lot of the southern states.
I'm going to give North Carolina to Obama.
Wow, that surprises me, Fez. I didn't think you'd go. Another one everyone's talking about, Virginia.
That one finally goes blue for the first time since '64. That one's going to go to Obama.
Obama.
John McCain.
And South Carolina.
That'll just complete the McCain Eastern Seaboard sweep for me.
I'm going Obama.
That's McCain land.
I got down also as McCain. All right. You look this thing over. Dave is leaning heavily McCain, but Fez has some going against the polls here a couple times.
Yeah, I think this is going to be closer tonight when we have the Presidential Thunderdome 08.
Earl, Texas?
I'm going to go McCain.
Alabama?
Obama.
Louisiana?
Obama.
And Mississippi?
Obama.
All right. Fezzi, did you disagree with any of those?
I disagreed with all of those. McCain in a run on those 4 southern states.
As I think every...
Alabama!
Now, there was talk last week of Mississippi maybe starting to become in play, kind of like they talked about Georgia, but that's going to be solid for McCain.
All right. I don't know about you guys, but I already need another paper with this, so... I'm having a tough time of it.
Well, I've got a bunch of little tiny index cards. I think I've given one card per state here.
Yeah, this is probably one of the least put together polling that's ever been done. All right, here's going to be a big one, boys. And this should be telling the Keystone State, the great state of Pennsylvania. Who do you got taking that, Dave?
I have John McCain taking that.
I kind of feel like because of the cockiness that you saw in McCain, he's almost going to take about 45 states in yours.
No. Trust me. A lot of the West Coast, I'm not saying.
Anybody else taking McCain there?
Not me.
Not me.
No, John McCain not be able to do enough to turn Pennsylvania.
All right, now let's go on Ohio.
Ohio goes with John McCain. I'm giving him Ohio and Florida.
I think Ohio's is McCain as well. I'm with Fez in this one.
I'm gonna probably look for the upset there and give that to Obama. And let me guess, I'll be standing next to you on that, Earl?
Yes, you will. I think that will be the swing state.
Earl and I just got to cancel each other out.
Let's go. Well, man, I'm already fucking up my thing. Michigan.
Michigan, that goes to Obama.
I agree with Fez. Michigan, Obama.
Obama.
Detroit is a big part of that.
Now, here's one that's almost dead even right now. Indiana.
That's going to be Obama, too.
Really?
Yes.
This is one of the times that I'm taking McCain, you're taking Obama. Could go either way. Fez?
It stays red. I go McCain in Indiana.
Going blue. It's going to be Obama and a squeaker.
Who's your president? John McCain in Indiana.
What'd you do, like a little Hoosier joke there?
Yes.
And you don't feel like a hack for that?
Little one. But I figure the people in Indiana appreciate it.
Illinois.
Illinois, Obama land.
Anybody else disagree?
Obama. You could be stupid.
Wisconsin? Cheeseheads.
John McCain.
I'm going to say Obama there.
Obama.
Why?
Obama, Minnesota?
That's going to be Obama because those people are crazy.
And
they'll never vote for a Republican. They'll vote for Jesse the Body or whoever, but they just hate Republicans over there.
I'll have to tell it to Ronald Reagan. No, they didn't vote for Ronald Reagan, did they?
Not in 84, they didn't.
They went for only place for Mondale.
Yeah.
State
They're
Mondale won.
crazy. And Iowa.
Oh, McCain. Farmland.
Iowa? You know what? That's where Barack Obama started this run.
That's his New Hampshire.
Yeah, that Iowa goes to Obama. The O in Iowa stands for Obama.
Now let's go to the prairie states. I hope I'm keeping up with all these. At the end, we're going to have to go over them to make sure we got them all. Kansas.
Kansas goes to McCain.
Nebraska and North and South Dakota.
The Dakotas, I think, actually will go to Obama. I really do.
You're basing them on what? Their insanity again?
Those people are crazy.
Nebraska is all McCain, though.
That's a prairie run for John McCain.
Yeah, I have the same thing as you. But then again, I'm paying attention, unlike our own Inside Dave.
Who is just, maybe at this point, trying to be fair?
You know, they said that the political map is going to change, and if Eastside Dave is right, where it's going to be an all-blue South and all red North.
That's the way I feel.
It's a flip-flop country.
Everyone's allowed their own prognostications, so am I.
Not really. I'd take that away from you. All right, let's see where we're going here. What was the last thing we did? The Prairie States?
Yeah, the Dakotas.
Yeah. All right, let's go then to, let's go to some Big Sky. Utah?
Utah, that is going to go to McCain.
Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and we'll throw Alaska in there.
I think they'll all be John McCain except for Wyoming. That seems like Obama country over there.
Based on?
I haven't said the word Obama in a long time.
Earl, this has got to be the time of the night that you're not too happy, right? Watching states like this popping off.
That'll be the rough patch.
Yeah, that's a run for John McCain. I'd like to see Alaska go close, though. Maybe really just the last to come in, separated by maybe 2,000 or 3,000 votes.
Maybe Rudolph will not be able to get the votes out like he does some years. All right, here is going to be some interesting states, and that's the Southwest. Arizona, John McCain's own Arizona, and they're saying that's getting close. Anybody?
I'm going to stick with John McCain there.
It's John McCain.
I gotta pick. You can't lose your home state.
You said that to Al Gore.
Said Al Gore.
Colorado.
That's Obama. Colorado's Obama.
New Mexico.
New Mexico goes to Obama.
And Nevada.
Nevada goes, I say, to Obama.
I agree.
I kind of am going along with Fez on those 4 states. And because of that, John McCain has to do some of the wackiness that Dave has involved in him, where he starts to take a New England state.
I think he's capable of it. A lot of Americans don't like overconfident. Well,
you're the first time I've heard overconfident.
He's way too smooth. He's always got this giant grin on his face.
Slick Baraki.
That's right, and I think we're kind of sick of it. John McCain represents more of the way people are.
Now we're going over here to the Pac-4, and we'll try to get those out. Cali, Washington, Oregon, and the island state of Hawaii.
California's Obama. Hawaii's Obama.
And Washington's Obama.
And Oregon. That's a Obama run. Down the West Coast.
It's really, it's funny. We talk about state politics, but you can really break it down. Now, Fezzi, do a quick count up there and see if we got all 50 in, just in case we didn't get anybody. I'd hate to think that we didn't. Tonight, after they come in, we will compare these and see who's the closest. I think that Dave is going pretty much for not even just a McCain upset, but he's going for a gigantic McCain win. Earl and I are Fez and I are probably in the middle somewhere, with Earl going for a gigantic Obama win. Did we get all 50 states in?
I counted 45 on mine.
Who did we miss?
I think I missed one of the original, when we first started with New England. I think I missed one there that you guys probably have.
Well, I promise we'll all go over this. It'll be ready by tonight. So you don't even have to play along at home. We'll all make sure that we take a look at it, because we just did this off the cuff. But it is Election Day, and we urge you, if you listen to this program, do not go out and vote. We don't think that you should be represented. We've read your emails before.
Please vote. Please, I need. Tonight is going to be history.
Yes, no matter what happens, it will be in the history books.
I mean, in the annals of American history.
You mean black history?
Absolutely.
Yes, they're all in the annals of American history. Kennedy winning, history. Carter winning, history. Reagan,
the most historic election ever.
Now, why would it be the most historic election ever?
Because now you can say this whole idea of the American dream, or whatever you want to say, it's going to start to be fulfilled, where a black guy can run and win.
But that is okay. But why does that make it more important than any other election? Why can't we just look at this as two people representing their parties, representing their ideals, and how they would take the country? Why do you got to lower it back into race again, Earl?
I didn't lower it back into race.
Yes, you just did. That's why you said it's the most important. None of us brought up race. Well, I think Dave did a little bit with the cockiness. You never call a white guy cocky. That is something that's said about black people.
Yeah, I mean, I would say about anybody. He just seems a little jive to me.
No, you wouldn't. Let me just ask you this. Could I change your vote?
Yes, you could.
It's that simple?
Yeah.
That's sad.
I belong in gangs in New York. If you could buy my vote in a heartbeat.
That's pathetic.
I know. It's probably very unpatriotic, but I'm a realist. Yes. Money talks, Mr. B.
I'm a realist, too, and you're stupid.
Really?
Yeah, you know what money says to you?
What?
Let's drink. Let's get alcohol and drink. Yes, drunk.
That's why I love the money so much.
Yes, that's the only reason. It gets you liquor. It's the only thing it does for you.
Would you rather just be paid in liquor?
No.
Would you like to live in liquor? Like you just live in a big vat of alcohol. Ron and Fez show coming back in here tonight at 7 o'clock. No, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, no other radio show would ever do this for you. We're coming back in here at 7 o'clock, and it's going to be so much fun. Either A, Earl cries because he's happy, or B, Earl cries because he's sad. Either way, it's going to be the funnest night of our lives.
Losing is not even in my brain right now. I can't put it in my head.
That's when it happens.
I mean, he cannot lose this election.
See?
Not this particular election.
This is why we McCain people are put off.
He's young. There's 2012.
Have you ever voted a Republican before, Dave?
No. I voted for Clinton 96, Nader 2000, Kerry 2004. That's my 3 elections.
Boy, have you bet some bumps.
I got one of them right. I got the first one.
The whole job of this isn't picking winners. It's
I like
really
to.
how, and I know people like that. I know somebody said to me that they said, I definitely want to vote for the winner. And I'm going, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, then it makes you feel like you're a part of a winning team. I mean, the fact is, when I voted for Clinton in 96, I felt like, I was basically a part of his administration. That's the way I felt after that success. So that's why we like to vote for winners. It's important.
Secretary of Hangovers.
Oh, that is embarrassing. All right, let's play this little game. 4 years from today, who is going to be running for president of the United States? Earl, you first.
4 years from now, Obama's going to be running for re-election, and he will be against Sarah Palin. I think Palin's going.
Palin's going to take 4 years, get her shit together, and come back strong. Because everyone's acting like she's too stupid. She don't necessarily have to be stupid in 4 years from now. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's 4 years of her traveling around, getting money. She already has a huge part of those Jesus heads that just love her. They can't get enough of her. Dave, who's back in 4 years?
It'll be John McCain up for re-election in 2012 against Robert Kennedy Jr.
No, you don't say to yourself, A, John McCain dead of old age, and B, Robert Kennedy Jr., that's a crazy thing to yell at. What's a guy? I see him in a boat riding around the Hudson.
He's slowly working his way back into politics.
Slowly? The guy's like fucking 59 years old now. Yeah, he doesn't have any past other than driving around with a net, grabbing bottles that are in the Hudson.
You don't see, if by some miracle Obama loses this thing, you don't see him running in 4 years?
No. Because if he blows this, why would the Democrats give him the keys again? Why?
I think they would. I think if he does blow this tonight, and there's always that chance, that the Democrats are going to feel so ripped off, and that unlike Gore and unlike John Kerry, there are people on the Democratic side that are really moved this time. I also believe they're moved by Sarah Palin. That's why I believe there's a good chance that she could be back in 4 years. But I think, win or lose, 4 years from now, it's going to be Barack Obama. Fezzi, what about for you?
On the Democratic side, it's going to be President Joe Biden, and...
That's the meanest thing you could ever say. Seriously. And I'm going to go so far to say, even if you believe that, saying it out loud is why there'll never be gay marriage in this country. All right, what else you have?
And on the Republican side...
It's seriously awful. I can't even get over... Earl, I know that you're upset. I feel just as mad that he would say that. Because it could happen.
I'm speechless.
All right, Delaware's first president, though. Not bad.
Yeah. On the Republican side, it's the return of the Arkansas kid, Mike Huckabee. Gets the nomination for his Republican Party.
All right, I'm going to give my prediction 4 years from now. Number one, of course, I'm going to bring back Barack Obama. I'm not going to play the fake game that Fez Whatley's honestly putting there. But he's going to be running against Bush in 4 years. Jeb Bush will come back to try to reinstate the Republican Party back into a centralist party. Jeb Bush is the Bush brother that they thought was going to be the president. And his older brother hop, skipped, and jumped over him. And if you guys don't know Jeb Bush, much, much brighter than his dumber brother. That is really all he got was an initial. All right, the Ron and Fez Show, hanging out with you. And then tonight we will be live. Earl, did you see the movie W?
Not yet, no.
I'm going to go out probably this weekend. I was thinking about seeing that movie with my mom, now that I'm allowed to see movies.
Now that the election is over, you'll be going out this coming weekend?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Or you saw it last weekend?
No, the election's over, so I'm going to be seeing it on November 7th.
That's your party.
The movie kind of stiff, like you expect those kind of movies to do. But Richard Dreyfuss was on The View last week and completely ripped Oliver Stone as a man who does not know how to make film anymore.
Really?
Doesn't know what he's doing. And he said working for Oliver Stone was like working for Sean Hannity. And he goes, even those on the left can be fascist.
Wow.
So Oliver Stone seems like he's lost any heat that he has. Another flop for him. And this time, even his own actors, the Oscar-winning actor Richard Dreyfuss, calling him a stupid dope.
Maybe Dreyfuss just got sick of that shaky cam that Oliver Stone only knows how to use, with the camera shaking all over the place. I don't know why he has to do that in his films.
He did it in one film. He did it in the football movie.
And he Give It Sunday.
That's the only film that I know.
I don't associate shaky cam with him. But the thing,
it's impossible some days to sit here and have a show. It really is. This is supposed to be our election day show. You know this. Earl, what happened to him? And why don't people want to show up for political movies?
They don't add that whole sense of drama to it. Like, All the President's Men was a great movie because there was like real drama to it. And there was like a slow building drama to it. Now with the political movies, they try to cram so much into it. They forget. He's like, guys, you need drama. You need the story to it.
Well, they also, W just made everyone in the movie look like an idiot. Just a gigantic moron.
Huh.
And I think it's kind of feels terrible to think that morons are running the country, even though the last 8 years.
Yeah, I don't think people trust Oliver Stone anymore, and they just
the shaky cam, the constant shaky cam.
Once he inherited that thing of like he's a conspiracy nut after JFK, he became a cartoon character rather than a filmmaker. I mean, I don't agree with this, but I think most Americans just view him as this like, I'm crazy Oliver Stone type guy. And
that happens to people once they get a certain handle thrown on them. They cannot shake it. Remember when everybody had Al Gore as he said he invented the internet? He never could shake that. Even though they went back and proved that he never made that statement, people swear that they heard him say it because they're so used to repeating it.
And they still talk about that now.
Yeah.
I still hear people like, hey, why don't you look that up on the internet? Al Gore invented it or whatever. And it's like, it doesn't... A, it's irrelevant. It was 8 years ago. But B, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But I like Oliver Stone. He's just... I still love the guy and I love his movies, but he's not the same innovator that he used to be.
He's not the big cat anymore.
No, he's not. He's just not looked upon, and I think World Trade Center hurt him.
Well, I think he just got stuck. He kind of got stuck in that rut. He made the Vietnam trilogy, and then he hit that point where people were burnt down on Vietnam movies, but he kept making them.
Yeah, well, those are good movies. I mean,
no one saw the last one.
That last one with Tommy Lee Jones, I saw that. I thought it was pretty good.
Never watched it. I'm going to agree with Earl. I was already bored halfway through Born on the 4th of July. Just like, oh, please, Tom Cruise, get in a race car or a jet airplane or do something fun.
The whole segment with him and Willem Dafoe in Mexico, that went on for a long time. You felt like you were in Mexico for 4 days, just drunk.
Well, then again, everybody in the movie you just saw in Platoon.
Yeah.
And the only thing I did like, constant shaky cam. By the way, all these films that we're talking about, Fez, no shaky cam in them whatsoever.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Maybe it was me. Maybe I was just nervous in the theater.
What's going to happen differently, let's say, if Barack Obama is elected as opposed to a John McCain? What's going to be the big difference?
I think welfare.
Welfare?
He's going to
bring back welfare?
The first family.
I think Barack Obama will...
When's the last time you heard of anyone being on welfare?
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I remember hearing it all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That was the big thing, welfare and food stamps.
That's the way I think he's going to like reinvent a welfare system
because he's black.
No, for the underprivileged or the underclass, the lower class people. That's the way I feel.
Earl, what's going to change for the better?
I think the word diplomacy will come back, where we're going to be doing a lot more talking as opposed to a lot of let's bomb this and bomb that. We're going to be, hey, we're in talks with North Korea. We're in talks with Iran. We're in talks with...
What about this, though? Bomb, Iran.
No.
You didn't miss that at all? No one thought that was funny because I thought it was cute. And I think it's really cute to talk about bombing a... I can't believe that the man didn't take bigger heat for that. If I was the Democrats... I would have been running him constantly singing that song. I wouldn't have stopped.
And then he tried, in one of the debates, McCain tried to explain it as that was a private moment between me and a fellow vet. He sang it on a stage. He had a microphone.
He was holding the microphone singing it.
Yes,
but it's kind of funny, wasn't it?
No.
Because you take Barbara Ann, and it's Bomb Iran.
I get it. It's not funny. It was.
If Weird Al did it, you'd be laughing and saying, Ronnie, we got to play this.
It made McCain look extra creepy.
I don't know. What do you mean by extra creepy?
Because he already has like this, his laugh is such a Muttley laugh, and when he was laughing at himself singing that, it almost gave him like a Dr. Evil type look.
Can we at least do this, Fez? And I have a big McCaniac here, Eastside Dave. Can we at least admit that when we say creepy, we mean old? And this is just ageism. Just in the same way of Dave saying jive is racism. When you say someone is creepy, you mean that they're old.
All right, yes, he turns creepy old sometimes.
Well, what can he do? He's an older guy. But what is wrong with the age? He brings experience out there. What is wrong with age?
Age is fine. It's when he starts giggling at himself that he comes off as a crazy old guy.
I have seen this guy on so many talk shows. Meet the Press, he'll do Jon Stewart's show. Not only is he really funny, he's incredibly quick, he's incredibly knowledgeable, and he can give and take jokes. All that has been forgotten during the course of this campaign, and we have to throw it in to the person is insane. Not that I disagree with their views, but he's a creepy old insane man that no one can deal with.
Well, it didn't go, like, he put it away, you know what I mean? He just kind of let it. I mean, because the McCain of 2000 that everyone was, I almost voted for McCain.
Well, the McCain of 2000, let's face two things. And number one, he was only 64 years old. There's a big difference. And number two, and more importantly, he got his ass beat for acting like that. He had to go back and bring the Republicans on his side. And that's where we got Sarah Palin from. Now, a lot of people are saying that that's the worst thing that he did, not a lost election for him. But I don't even know if he had any movement at all until he brought Sarah Palin into this.
But but even when, you know, he was like the darling of the media, right? So what did they do the first day, like the first 2 days of the convention? Bash the media. It's like, and I remember like all those guys.
Gigantic mistake.
They were shocked. They were like, wait a minute. It's like, we like this guy. We always put him on. We always put him over.
And I tried to explain that to Blowhard, and there's no talking with Blowhard, that you can't expect the media to be attacked and being called, you know, the elite media and stuff like that and out of touch, and then have them be A, on your side, or B, even fair. I mean, we're just not talking about what is right or what is wrong. Just be political enough to know that if you start a fight with someone, you have to bury them. You can't go over, smack someone on the back of the ear, and expect that you're not going to get a receipt for this. You're a big McCaniac.
Yes, I am.
Were you surprised by that, Dave?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Pleasantly?
Yeah, because... No, I'm going to tell you why. The media has... We've talked about this. They've let Obama off the hook several times.
You work in the media.
Yeah.
That's what kills me about Fox News. They talk about the media. They're in the media. Dave's in the media.
Well, okay, but the majority of the media outside of myself or Fox News.
So you're not the media. You and Fox News are not the media elite.
No.
I know where the Fox News building are. That's fucking elite.
Is it?
Yes, it's right down the street from us. It's Midtown New York. What is it, Avenue of the States?
Avenue of the Americans.
Avenue of the Americans.
It takes off almost an entire city block.
It is. It's
That's a big
gigantic.
awning over
It's
it.
extremely elite.
Right, but if you
They own The Simpsons.
It's a castle.
If you were to add up the New York Times building, the Washington Post, LA Times, MSNBC offices, it would dwarf the Fox headquarters. And what I'm saying is
MSNBC's in Secaucus.
Well, the majority of the
Yeah,
media.
they don't even throw Secaucus in there.
The majority is liberal.
And don't they own
You were liberal until today. This ended. Yesterday you were liberal.
I want to be fiscally conservative.
And didn't Rupert Murdoch also...
You're the furthest one. You get $1 in your pocket, and you got to get it out.
I can dream. One day being disciplined with cash, I can dream.
No, you can't.
And doesn't Rupert Murdoch own the Wall Street Journal? Not hardly.
Yes, he does.
Not hardly.
He owns the Wall Street Journal. Let's face it, Rush Limbaugh's doing his show out of Palm Beach. We're not talking about people that are out there scraping themselves by. What's wrong?
Don't do that. You were right about to light $1,000 on fire for some God knows what reason.
You mean the bit from last week?
The bit from last week, yes. You still are carrying it around with you every day for 10 days.
From last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday. Please don't do that. Please don't. Please don't. I don't care.
That smells good. Money to burn.
Take the money and spend it.
Down like Ryan B. Cigar.
Please.
It's like that scene from Dead President. That's why I love America. Money to burn.
No one saw that.
He does a
awful
lot
movie.
of impressions. What else is on everybody's mind today? Tonight, election night. Join Ron and Fez as we put on the presidential Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Is there anyone that McCain could have picked differently as a running mate to have changed tonight's outcome if he does end up losing?
I would have went Steve Carlton, and I'm going to tell you why, Fezzy. You look at a guy, 27 wins, when his team had 59. That's a winner. Also, he's coming at you from the left-hand side.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody who would have helped McCain in this. If you would have looked back into the Huckabees, the man that you like, Mike Huckabee, the media would have eaten him up the same way as Sarah Palin. Matter of fact, even worse because he has more of a record. Romney wasn't going to bring any heat to this. Droopy dog, not going to work out for you at all.
Joe Lieberman.
Not going to work out for you. So I think the biggest problem with McCain has been running on George W. Bush's record. Nothing else has been as bad for him as that.
I thought maybe Tom Ridge from Pennsylvania, but that brings negatives along with it as well. I mean, McCain obviously needs Pennsylvania tonight. You know, that's got to be his route to his 270 electoral votes.
Well, go back and use the logic. Why didn't he pick Tom Ridge?
Well, Tom Ridge has I believe, a pro-choice background.
Absolutely. So he could not do it and had the same kind of crowds. He might have had a chance at Pennsylvania. That's certainly not a guarantee. But Palin is the one who's raised all the money for McCain. Tom Ridge wasn't going to be able to do that for her. Even your guy, who they called Chain Gang Charlie down in Florida. I think that would have been the move. You want to try and pull Florida. But, you know, no one ever saw him with a woman. So that got to be a problem.
Well, what about Schwarzenegger? I mean, I know he can't be president.
Can't be vice president either.
He can't be vice president?
No.
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, if he could have run for president, would be the nominee right now, hands down.
Yeah.
Period. Wouldn't even be close. Even though, because, number one, the central and even left tend to like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's running in a Democratic state and doing very, very well for himself. Would the people down south have been happy with him? No. Would that have mattered? No, I don't think so at all. I think they would have been overruled, and they would have voted along with the party then. Earl, who should he have picked?
I would have went with Joe Lieberman. I think Lieberman was the pick mainly because he was from the. Granted, he was the nominee for the other side, but the fact that he flipped would have been. I still think would have had a huge effect on.
You see him with any popularity now since he flipped?
When he flipped, he got an office, but outside of that, on a national level,
let me tell you something. The worst thing that could happen to Joe Lieberman is a lot of Democrats get elected to the Senate, because if they get a majority and a decent majority and don't need Joe Lieberman, he loses everything that he's got right now. He ain't going to be chairing jack shit. He is back he's going to be treated like a Republican. They're waiting for a chance to give that fucking guy a receipt. They're actually waiting for it.
What about Giuliani? How come he didn't go with him?
Fezzi?
Giuliani, again, pro-choice. It would not have worked with that.
They despise him. And he's a Catholic. He's a fish eater. They hate those people down south. All they do, they say that Giuliani gives his loyalty over to Rome. So they don't believe. People like you, your party doesn't even believe him once you get down south.
Now, as we go back, to when this all started, I know my original picks for who it was going to be up against each other tonight. John Edwards against Rudy Giuliani. I think I came very close.
I think, did I have Hillary back then? I might have picked Hillary, Giuliani, and Bloomberg. I think I won an all-New York election.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I was very excited thinking that we would have a New York, not one of them. Giuliani, no one's ever run a worse campaign. As a matter of fact, I think he just stole money. I think he raised money, stuck it in the trunk of his car, and did nothing. Because I never saw him on a campaign trail.
He refused.
He was in Lauderdale fishing. He went by and went like this, "Vote for me, Florida." And he fucking kept, he did not even slow down the deep sea vote. Earl, who did you have for this?
I picked Barack Obama beating, I think I had Barack Obama beating Giuliani. So I thought Giuliani was
but
just
you meant physically.
Well, not physically, but I just thought Giuliani...
In the New York Marathon we had this past weekend.
Giuliani had everything...
This past weekend?
Mm-hmm.
What day?
It was Sunday.
Wow, so is that close to Halloween this year?
Yeah, Sunday the 2nd, I believe.
Sunday's November 2nd.
It's always the first
November 2nd.
It was always the first Sunday in November.
I didn't remember that.
Easy.
Yeah.
Fucking
well, I
bites
saw it
Fez's
because
head
it
off.
ran right past my house last Sunday.
Yeah, but
Wow.
Yeah, you don't know that?
No.
Wow. I threw that big party and we all watch and we have a great time.
I was never invited to the party.
It's $1,000 to get in.
Come on, will you?
Will I what?
Will ya?
I don't have a care.
Stop. Come on, you ripping it! Benjamin Franklin's eyes are getting further and further apart with each move.
That drives you crazy too, Earl. This ain't even yours. It's driving you nuts.
No, I'm about to fade like he sprayed with Febreze.
I'm laughing. I'm just laughing watching him suffer.
It's a sin to destroy money. I mean, I don't even. You can give it to someone or something. I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm a lefty, so I'll go left. I'll go with the southpaw.
Sorry, buddy.
You're cheating.
What?
After I guessed it.
You're right. It's in this hand. So
I
what?
was right.
What does that mean? I give it to you? Why would I give it to you?
I don't know. Please, if you don't give it to me, just don't.
Are you a
burn
lefty
it.
or a righty?
I'm a lefty.
So you always pick left?
I always do that. I always go left.
Well, let's do it.
Left-handed. Lefty.
All right, try it again.
All right. I'm going to go left.
Oh.
Fuck.
One more time.
All right, I know you're going to switch it eventually. Left.
Right. You still pick left. Hard open hand. You still pick left. Well, that's fucking hysterical.
No, come on. Don't burn it. It's on fire. Seriously. You just burned.
We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
It's illegal Tinder.
It's a good little joke. You know what you did there, Fezzi?
What's that?
Role play. No, you didn't. You
I
word play.
I word played.
Yeah. Why did you agree with me?
It sounded right.
Yes, I did. I role played. I pretended I was a fireman. Man, that money smells good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost done.
That's a crisp bill.
I'm having it well done today.
You should burn it, please.
But I mean, but going back to the election, I thought Giuliani, he had the most. He was the most capable of raising money. He was the most recognizable.
He's handy capable.
He
had 9/11.
He had 9/11, but he was also raising all this money. So
Yeah.
I just thought, this guy's a
Now,
lock.
Where did he spend it? He didn't spend it anywhere but Florida.
Yep.
And I guarantee he didn't spend all of it. Because why would he? He fucking thought he was going to win Florida. It was the stupidest thing anyone's ever done.
Hey, if you look at it, though,
other than losing the towers while you were mayor.
But that's
stupid.
Here's the thing: has a mayor ever gone on to be president? I don't think he ever.
Teddy
has, Sean.
Roosevelt. You might like to look him up. Wasn't he a mayor?
No, he's police commissioner.
Oh,
I don't think any New York mayor has ever gone on to
any mayor
hype.
from anywhere?
Any mayor is what I'm
Oh,
asking.
what about Mayor Frank Rizzo from Philadelphia?
No, he never got to the big seat.
Too bad. Guy was unbelievable.
President Rizzo.
I'll tell you this. He kept them down, if you know what I'm saying. Kept those motherfuckers down. One time when Frank Rizzo said his police department could take Cuba tomorrow. My cops would be able to take Cuba tomorrow.
But Rudy, I don't know how he found a way to blow it. I don't know how.
Well, he was like Fred Thompson, who jumped in this thing so late and just refused to campaign. Just wouldn't go out.
Fred Thompson's an idiot, Fuzz.
Yeah.
No one could vote for Fred Thompson.
Yeah,
and he's one of the few people who thought Sarah Palin was fantastic.
And the other side of that, I mean, and you hardly saw Rudy even do any real hardcore campaigning for McCain either. You thought you would bring this guy out to really be... He could have been the pit bull that Sarah Palin is professing to be, even though she's really not.
By the way, let's admit something. I think the biggest mistake they ever did was forcing that woman into pit bull. They had her where you couldn't take a shot at her. When by the time she came out against Joe Biden, you could not say a word about her because she was a woman. But she said so many crazy things and so many mean things that have been okay to take her down. I think she would have worked much better as the nice frontier woman for Alaska who was going to bring morality and good sense and good cheer back to Washington. I think she'd be doing a lot better right now. I think the McCain people put her into a bad place. Now, the McCain people and her are fighting a little bit. They claim that she veers off script, disregards the campaign's advice, and already is she more interested in positioning herself for the future than she is to help the party win this year.
She's gotten crowd happy. You know, she does get these crowds out to watch her speak, and you know they're pre-put together crowds. You know, she goes to retirement communities in Florida, so they're already built-in McCain audiences. So she's got so many people cheering for her. It's gone to her head. Talk about getting cocky. She feels like she's untouchable now.
Well, I mean, if you're running with someone, right? Mm-hmm. And you saw your crowds bigger, more excited, more flamboyant, why would you be saying I should be in second place here? You would start to think to yourself, I'm the one they want. I'm the one bringing the message. I can understand it completely.
And I think she's genuinely helping. I know she said some stupid things and she gets destroyed and it made fun of on SNL. I think Americans like this, bigger, over-the-top character, and she's going to help him because of that.
She definitely has helped him with his own base. I don't think she's brought a single Democratic woman over, and that's what she was supposed to be. Here's the thing that everybody was, and this goes to show you how things disappear in politics. A couple of months ago, everybody was talking about the Clinton women. The Clinton women are hurt. They're not going to be there for Barack Obama. The Clinton women are going to cross. There's going to be you never hear any talk about that anymore. Either it never was true or it's not true right now.
I would say never was true. That the Democrats weren't going to vote Republican.
But I think I'm going to go off here. I think Palin is the reason why they're not voting Republican. I think they saw that woman thing trying to be stolen from their party by the Republicans. I think it would be easier for them, the people that are upset over Hillary, to vote for McCain than it would be McCain-Palin. I have a very good friend who was a big Clinton person, has always been a big Democrat, refusing to vote for Obama in a swing state, but has one off third party as to not vote for McCain-Palin. So I think she's doing very well for them on the Republican women, but nobody else. Earl?
I think they just I think they were holding their breath. I think they were like, you know what, let me hear more from her. Let me see what she's about. And then they just got completely turned off when she started talking and talking and talking.
And that accent?
Yeah, and then,
What's
the
she
comments
supposed to do?
Well, the comments got crazier and crazier. I mean, first of all, they blacked her. They put like this little press blackout on her where she couldn't work the press a little bit.
Still has. Still,
yeah, I mean,
still is not really out there in the press.
And then when she did do anything with the press, she came off like a lunatic.
Well, she is a lunatic.
But
so
that doesn't mean that she's not going to help. I mean, George Bush in 2000 was a lot stupider, but Americans voted for him because they thought he had more personality than Al Gore. So that's why I think she's helping.
I think the problem there is, back what I said to Fez, is that it's not her ticket. So the people who really kind of like her, they'd probably be voting Republican anyway. The people on the other side see her as a cheap stunt. And she's set up that way by the McCain organization. Set up that way. All right, in the year 2000, let's take a pick right here. By the way, you'll be able to listen to us live tonight. Stumble through the election for 5 hours. Hopefully by midnight, we'll have something. Now, in the year 2000, Fezzi, you and I were even doing overnights.
Yep.
And we weren't at the end of it at 3 o'clock in the morning. We had called the election, and then they had pulled it back off the table.
Florida got called 3 times that night.
So Florida was the big story. I would say last election, the Florida of that election was Ohio. What state is this year's Florida? Where are we looking at as Florida? Davey Mack, it seems like always, you're ready to go first with your opinion.
PA. Pennsylvania is the fucking state.
Keystone State.
This year, Pennsylvania is the state.
Earl?
I'm going to go Virginia. I think it's traditionally red. I think if they flip it over, it can really set the tone for what I think is going to be a big Obama win.
It's a big state. If it all of a sudden goes to Obama, McCain has so much ground to make up at that time. And the Republicans have had that state since 1964. If they don't have them then, it'll just seem like everything has changed. Fezzi, for you?
It's going to be close, and it's going to go late as we're waiting for Nevada to finally make up its mind.
That close?
Yeah, I think it's going to be that close tonight.
I think you need to go over your numbers. Your numbers don't have it that close. And we haven't even put them all together. Your numbers are not looking where Nevada, which is only, 3, 5?
Maybe 5, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when we're talking about some of these other states, I think Pennsylvania is like 21. So that'd be like having a fucking... You're just laughing at him like it's dick size. Like it's actually penis size.
Wow. It's going to be...
I'm going to agree here.
Exciting.
I think Earl and Dave are a little more right than Fez. I think I'm going to pick Earl here. I think if I see that state turn blue. All right, I'll do this. If that state is blue, but in Dave's case, if that state comes up red, if Pennsylvania comes up red, we got a long night ahead of us.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
If Virginia comes up blue, it is over for John McCain. So those 2 states are where it's at. If they go both way in either color, that's the end of the election, ladies and gentlemen. The election will be over. If they split in the normal way, it's a regular election.
Right.
If they split the way these 2 maniacs say, then it's Alice in Wonderland time. All right, we're going to break here. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, XM 202, Sirius 197.
Okay, you said fair fight. What do you mean by that?
As provided by the law.
Thunderdome, 2 men, hand to hand. No jury, no appeal, no parole. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Weapons? Anything's possible. Chance decides.
Thunderdome. How do I get in there?
That's easy. Pick a fight.
Then I pick McCain.
Well, then I pick Obama.
Looks like the two of you will square off in Ron and Fez's presidential Thunderdome awaits this Tuesday, November 4th, 7 to midnight. XM 202, Sirius 197. Fight to the death.
Thunderdome, eh?
2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley. It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202, Sirius 197.
Putting you in touch with the game's top coaches. Jack Arute, Gary Danielson, the SiriusXM College Football Coaches Show.
Sanchez fakes twice, rolls, throws. It is a touchdown, USC. Pete Carroll.
I don't know how the system works, guys. I really don't understand. I'd like to talk to the computers, but they won't respond. Wish we could have a way to play things off and see who the last guy standing is, because America likes that.
The SiriusXM College Football Coaches Show. Wednesdays at noon Eastern on Sirius 123, XM 144.
The best of Sirius on XM.
Fitzgerald leaps, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Hi, this is Arizona Cardinals head coach Ken Wisenhunt, letting you know that the best of Sirius is now available on XM Radio. With the best of Sirius, you'll hear every NFL game, plus news and analysis from the biggest names in the league. All on the only radio station that talks NFL 24/7, 365. Sirius NFL Radio.
Left side to the goal line. Hightower is in. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Plus, you'll hear more than half of the NFL's head coaches doing weekly reports to help you get ready for every game. Go to xmradio.com/best for more information.
Add the best of Sirius to your XM subscription and you'll get Sirius NFL Radio, NFL games, news, and analysis. Sirius NASCAR Radio, 24/7 coverage of everything NASCAR. The best of Sirius is available now. Call 888-5-SIR-IXM. That's 888-574-7496. Or go to xmradio.com/best. Available to U.S. subscribers only.
It's been the longest presidential campaign of all time. Now we decide. POTUS 08 is providing live coverage all through the night. We're following the candidates, talking to the voters, and delivering results on XM 130 with live reports from Washington, D.C. and the candidates' campaign headquarters in Chicago and Phoenix. Hear results from the polls, analysis from the experts, and the victory and concession speeches. History's unfolding right now on POTUS 08, XM 130.
The NBA on XM.
With your NBA game schedule for a Tuesday, I'm Glenn Eunice. On Tuesday, just 3 games in the association. They start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Phoenix is in New Jersey. XM 231 has the call. 1 hour later, 8:30 p.m. Eastern in Houston, the Rockets play host to the Boston Celtics. XM 232. And on XM 233, also at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, San Antonio is hosting Dallas.
Get a complete schedule at xmradio.com/NBA.
Bill Press.
Well, at least the Bill Press party is going to be fun.
The Young Turks.
Not only have they not accomplished the whole deal, they haven't accomplished one single aspect of it.
Stephanie Miller.
More Americans are identifying as Democrats these days because they agree with the Democrats on almost every issue.
It's morning talk that can't be left alone. America Left XM 167 is back with even more programming, along with your Air America favorites like Randy Rhoads and Tom Hartman. Progressive Talk with America Left XM 167.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202, Sirius 197.
I got my eye on you. I got my eye on you. No, I got my eye on you. No, I got my eye on you.
Yeah, buddies, this is the Ron and Fez Show. This is the Tuesday afternoon show. We're going to be back in here tonight to give it to you live tonight as the election returns come in. This will either be the greatest or worst night of Earl Douglas's life.
I'm leaning towards greatest.
We talked about this before, and I think this was your line, Dave, that this jumps to number one.
Number one of all time.
Number one all time, Black History Month. We now will know tonight. Fez, we went back over the Electoral College predictions, and I left out 5 states. I'd missed 5 states, but we updated it there during the commercial. So all of us have put in our bets on who wins which state, and everyone's comfortable with that? Everyone's comfortable with the states that we picked?
Yeah, I feel very good with my picks.
I am. Now, I was just picking state by state, but I'm looking back over the totals, and I thought, well, all right, me and Fez are going to be close, and then Dave and Earl are each going to be pretty far away from each other in the same direction, in different directions, but Fez and I will be in the middle. Earl has Obama winning an amazing 402 electoral votes, with McCain 136.
I think you call that landslide.
Now, Dave is looking at a couple of 100 points difference here. He's got McCain winning 298 out of a possible 270. 270 it takes to win. You've got him going far and away, which would be considered. This would be a landslide victory for McCain. Obama would only have 240. Fez, you've gone 302 for Obama, 236 for McCain. I thought I was going to be very close, Theo. I went 364 for Obama. Wow. I've got an Obama landslide and had no idea, except for putting it together state by state. Well, you gave up Florida and Ohio, and I think that was the only two differences, but there's so many. You know what I mean? We were probably different on 2 states there, but there's so many electoral votes that it becomes massive.
Yeah, I figured it was going to... I thought I was being fairly conservative. I'm surprised my numbers are actually that far off, 302 to 236 electoral votes. I thought I had it a lot closer than even that much. And I think that's the closest we've got.
Well, mine is pretty close. Well,
yours is 58 votes. It's going to be that would be astronomical.
Yeah,
an astronomical McCain win. If anything, they're hoping he could squeak by in like a 270 to 268. That's where their hopes are right now. But if McCain is the winner, you are. Now we're going to go back and check this tonight. But Fezzi, under no circumstances are we playing that stupid game where it's. If you go over, you're out. No, we're just playing.
That's Price is Right rules.
Take a look around here. You see any fucking Price is Right people? You see anyone spading, neutering cats? It's closest. That's all. And even then, I'm so far up there. It's going to have to be a romp for me to stand a chance. And Earl, you've got him winning all 50 states.
You've got him actually winning Canada and Russia as well.
So I've got to take a rip on Earl here, try to pull the Obama vote down a little bit. So, Fezzi, we've got Larry Sinclair ready to talk to us. You might have remembered Larry Sinclair. He was the YouTube sensation, the guy who's saying he had sex with Obama. He did the O&A show and did a fabulous job. I thought he was just great on there. So this will probably be the last time any of us are interested in Larry Sinclair, so we thought we'd grab him. Hi, Larry, you're on the air.
Hi. Who am I speaking with?
This is Ron and Fez. My name is Ron Bennington. How are you doing, Larry Sinclair?
Oh, I'm hanging in there.
First night that you met Barack Obama, what happened there, Larry?
I met him on November 6, 1999.
Mm-hmm.
We had a brief period of drinking and casual conversation.
1 second, Larry. Fezzi, can I get some sweet porn music playing? Thanks. So you met him through who?
I'm sorry?
You met Barack Obama through who?
I met him through Jagir Multani,
mm-hmm.
who was the limousine driver for 5-Star Limousine Service out of Waukegan, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago.
Right.
Like I said, it was a brief period where we had casual conversation and drinks. I had mentioned to him, made the comment that I could use a couple of lines to wake up. Senator Obama asked me if I was referring to Coke, and I told him I was. He made a phone call, said he could get it for me. We left. We left in the limo. I gave him $250 in which to purchase an 8-ball of cocaine.
It's a little steep.
Depending on the area at that time, not really. I was actually moving cargo from Colorado to South Carolina at the time, and a quarter kilo was costing approximately $5,500. So actually, $250 wasn't bad for the time.
All right, so both of you broke up a little coke together?
Well, I started doing lines off of a CD tray, rested on his knee.
Do you remember what the CD was?
Actually, it was a Grupo Limite album. It was a Spanish album, and yes, I do remember what the CD was.
Now, is that because the Spanish sound was happening for you, or was that just tying in with the Yayo?
No, actually, it was because that was what all of my music was. Grupo Limite, Fama, Las Tucanas de Tijuana. I just listened to a lot of Spanish music.
Was Obama loving that sound?
I think he was loving more the fact that he was getting head and pulled out the crack pipe than he was the music.
Now, at what point did he take his penis out?
After I did the first line and started rubbing down his left thigh.
All right, so it was you coming on to him.
Exactly.
Right.
I initiated the contact.
And so when you're rubbing his left thigh, what did Obama start doing? Moving nice to it?
I mean, he did start moving into it. Like I said, Barack Obama was actually the individual that opened his own pants.
Mm-hmm.
At first, he did open his pants and allow access. He did pull out his penis.
Was he already hard or semi-hard?
Semi-hard.
Okay. Did he say anything to you?
No, the conversation was pretty much casual. It wasn't. It was more being in the mood. I did move up. He actually, in fact, was the one that had pulled me into him.
Right.
And it was shortly after beginning to perform oral sex on him that he pulled out the glass cylinder pipe and the crack cocaine out of his right pocket.
So he already had that glass dick ready to go at all times.
He already had the glass dick in his pocket.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So was that exciting for you? Now, did you know that he was Barack Obama at this time?
No, I didn't, and people keep telling me, well, why didn't you say anything? I had no idea who he was. In the casual conversation in the bar, he had made reference that he was in public service. What I was doing in my lifetime at the time wasn't exactly something I wanted people to be able to hold against me. So I don't get into people's personal lives as far as wanting to know who you are.
Did he ask you to go down on him?
No, he didn't. Like I said, it wasn't a verbal thing. It was the drinking, doing the line, me rubbing on his thigh. There was no verbal contact as far as telling me to go down on him the first night. When he pulled out his dick and I'm rubbing on him, he did, like I said, he's the one that pulled my face down on him.
Right. Was it a little rough?
No, actually, he's not rough at all. He's quite sensual and tender.
So he was a gentleman. He wasn't just fucking slapping his dick against your face and pulling you down on it. While you were going like this.
No, not quite.
Yeah. So first night, he's fucking you in the face. How long did it take for him to come?
Between stopping and him smoking and me doing a couple of lines, I'm going to say the entire sexual encounter took maybe a maximum of 45 minutes.
Wow.
Well, he wasn't exactly getting completely hard after hitting the pipe.
Right.
Even though he claimed it actually made him more sexually aroused.
You didn't think so, though?
No. I really don't think that it enhanced anything on him.
Interesting. Now, when you were giving him head, did you also work the balls, or was it just mainly shaft?
I worked the balls, but nothing personal, Ron, but this is not the type of conversation I'm really looking to have.
All right, I understand.
I mean, I understand your show, and I don't mind answering the questions.
Right.
People come back and slam me for these interviews. They slam me for the Opie and Andy one, which I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind answering the questions.
Here's the thing. If I could say anything, it wasn't Opie. It was more Andy. Andy is the wiseacre, where Opie is the professional.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind those guys at all, and I don't mind answering these questions, and I understand that.
Well, what is it that you're trying to get across then, Larry Sinclair?
Basically, the point I'm trying to get across is it's not so much that he's bisexual or gay, or the fact that he even did cocaine or smoked crack cocaine. It's the fact that he's lying,
Right.
and you've got these people who are so enamored with this man that they think he's the second coming of Christ. And I honestly believe, Ron, that people need to ask this question. Why has he put so much time, effort, and energy through his supporters and surrogates in trying to smear me, as opposed to just simply saying, hey...
Didn't he smear you that night, Larry?
Well, he didn't smear it on me, but...
Naughty.
I couldn't resist. You gave me an opening there.
Oh, Larry. All right, so your big problem is that he won't acknowledge you. If he acknowledged you...
Not that he won't acknowledge me.
Right.
My big problem is that his campaign, through its surrogates and supporters, have attacked me, attempted to smear me, my family, and anyone who asks the question.
Right.
You know, he's a presidential candidate, and yet I'm the one that's been vetted more.
Do you fear for your life?
I did at one time. I don't think that he himself or his direct campaign employees are that stupid at this point. Now, his supporters, that's a whole different story.
Was it always oral or anything else?
No, it was only oral, and like I said, he actually showed up at my hotel room the next day, uninvited, unannounced, where he actually initiated it. He specifically stated that he was coming back for another blowjob.
Right. And that made you feel like what? Like a who?
Well, no. It really didn't. Here's the thing: people are judging me based on one night stands. I had a lady at the press club in D.C. Basically talked down to me saying, "Well, were you in love with him?" And I said, "No." And she says, "Well, then why did you have sex with him?" And I looked at the lady and I said, "Excuse me, with as old as you are, you mean to tell me you've never had a one night stand?"
Perfect.
People don't go out and fall in love just to have a quickie.
Right. Now, did he ever go down on you?
No.
Did you feel like you wanted him to?
No.
You don't like that?
No.
So what you just like doing is giving, no receiving?
I've always been the bitch in the relationship.
That's perfect. Well, Larry...
I'm sorry. I don't know if I could say that or not, but...
That's okay. You know what? That one word, I'm going to let bitch get by.
Okay.
Because this time the bitch is back, and his name is Larry Sinclair.
Exactly.
Now, maybe that should be the tour. Bitch is back. You're rocking the old Elton John angle.
It probably should be. I kind of like taking it to the streets because,
right.
Because so many people have attempted to stop me or shut me up.
Yeah.
And I want it to be known that I'm not going to be scared or pressured or harassed into shutting up or
Absolutely
staying
not.
in my home.
Now, the other thing, and I guess to get it out there to know whether it was him or not, because I understand that that this is personal and you don't like to go in that. You just like to prove that you did it. But while you were giving him head, you worked the acid on or you just left that alone?
No, it was actually just underneath the balls.
Right. But was that his preference or yours?
Actually, that was his request, and there is an article that was published about the initial sexual contact that was published back in February, I think late January, early February last year, where someone contacted me and asked for a specific statement on the events of the first night, and it was very detailed. I have not published it simply because there are some people that are looking on the web that should not have access to that, meaning kids.
Absolutely.
But it has been published by other people.
All right, Larry. Now, people said that you have failed the lie detector test about this?
People say a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I took a rigged lie detector polygraph test set up by a internet porn king by the name of Dan Parisi.
Yeah.
He misrepresented some facts. First of all, I did not choose the individual or have any say in the two individuals that were supposedly chosen. He claims it was two independent polygraphers. In fact, it was only one. Edward Gelb, who misrepresents himself as being a PhD, which he's not. Edward Gelb, in his entire history, has always given detailed reports of polygraph results.
Mm-hmm.
In my case, Edward Gelb claimed he issued a two-page report with 2 questions and 2 answers that he claims deception was noted. He also claimed on the date of his reports that an independent blind analysis was done by Gordon Barlin of Salt Lake City, and that Gordon Barlin had concurred with his findings. The only problem is Mr. Barlin had not even received the materials to do his review yet.
All right, so, Larry, even though everything that you've been through, okay, the threats, the put-downs by the from the Barack Obama camp,
the arrest in Washington, D.C. on the state,
the arrest, the setup and arrest,
exactly,
the smearing of your name. If you had to tonight, let's say if Nazis had a gun to your head, would you be with McCain or Barack Obama sexually? Which one?
Now, that's a strange question.
It is.
But sexually or politically?
Sexually.
I'm sorry, sexually or politically?
Sexually.
Probably Barack Obama, because I think I could control him more.
You got his vote. And let's just throw this in. It's a little freakish, but Sarah Palin.
Oh, no. Sorry. I don't do women.
Even if it was to save the country?
I don't do women.
All right. Smell? Smell's a turnoff?
No, it's not that. I mean, all of my life, I've just never been attracted. I wouldn't, to be honest with you, I told a friend of mine a few days ago, I wouldn't know where to go. I would need a road map.
Right. Well, Larry, you're taking it to the streets. I feel like your work's doing a lot of good for a lot of people. Anything that you want to say to Opie and Andy?
Other than to say hello to Steve. What's his name? Carlisi?
Yes. He's your guy.
Those guys were fun, and I was in a hurry. And
sure.
I know, I understand that it was all in their listeners and doing their thing, but, when they started talking about my mama,
That's it.
All
you guys love your moms.
Exactly.
Why is that?
What? Everybody loves Mom.
Okay.
Mom's the one that always backs us up no matter what we do.
All right, Sarah, Larry Sinclair, he chose today on the show Barack Obama over John McCain. Shocking.
No. Sexually, not.
Right, sexually.
Not politically.
When you pull a lever, you want to make sure it's on the other side of a zipper. You're the best, Larry Sinclair.
Thanks, Ron.
All right, take care, buddy.
Bye-bye.
We will be here tonight for Ron and Fez's Presidential Thunderdome 08. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
2 men enter, 1 man leaves. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Thunderdome in here.
Why would everybody else stop chanting? Because one of us got hit with pencils.
Why throw the pens at me?
Weren't you all excited?
So that's...
Yeah, I was.
Earl, did you love that interview we just did with the great Larry Sinclair?
The biggest pile of horseshit I've ever heard in my life. There's no way this man had done those things to...
You think Obama blew him too?
No, not at all.
I hope there's a place for Larry in an Obama administration.
Oh, there's a place for Larry, all right? Laying on his face, biting his pillow, ass up. No offense, Fezzy.
If he had...
But I know that that's the logo that you have on your suit jacket.
It's a family crest. It would be awful if Larry became the Monica Lewinsky of an Obama administration.
Well, apparently he lost the opportunity to do that. There was a slight bit of heat for him sometime back. I mean, O&A grabbed him when there was heat on it, and now there's just none at all. But here's another story for you, Earl. And again, I got to steal some votes from Obama. Now, this we're going to be talking to a woman in Kenya. You found her, right, Dave? Was this yours?
It's Pepper's.
Oh, Pepper. This woman is a missionary?
Yeah, she's an evangelist and a missionary.
So they're missionaries. They go around and they try to meet the native people of different parts of the world, whether it's South America or Africa. and bring them in to the fold, bring them to Jesus. But she claims that perhaps Obama is standing between the natives and Jesus. We've got her on right now. It's Dr. Bree Keaton. Dr. Keaton, welcome to the Ron and Fez show.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very, very fine. I was told that you had some information for us about what's happening in Africa and around the world right now.
Yeah, I'm a missionary, and I was in Kenya, and this is where some top government and political and religious leaders told me some of the things that I hope to share with you today.
Okay.
So none of these are things that are my ideas or that I made up. These are things I was asked to tell the American people because they know over there that no one knows.
Okay.
Now, what's going on with Barack Obama? Well, anybody that wishes to do so can Google this. Barack Obama Muslim ceremony. Get all those words in there and Google it, and you'll come up with a picture of Barack Obama in his Muslim clothing with a red T-shirt and white outfit. That was the magic Muslim costume that he wore to be inducted into his Luo tribe.
But, Doctor, what is wrong with the...
Pardon me, go ahead.
What would be wrong with Barack going back, touching in with his homeland, and going through this? How is that a negative thing?
Because the people in Kenya assure me that they're very worried that he will bring his Muslim beliefs and Sharia law, exactly like his cousin did, to the United States of America. And they're very scared and very worried for us. And the Christians over there are praying for the people here in the United States. They believe that what happened in Kenya, the terrorism, the murders, the claims of a rigged election, and so on, should he lose, they believe that will happen here. So they're praying for us.
And what are the Kenyans that are behind Barack Obama? What are they doing?
Well, we can discuss the occult situation.
I'd love to.
Yes?
Yeah.
You do want to do that, okay? Yeah. Well, I don't want to whack anybody out. I don't want anybody to get freaked out. But
I'll be fine.
But there is occultism in the world. People have to acknowledge that they know that.
Mm-hmm.
That there are witches, there are warlocks, there are Satanists in this world. People know that. It's very, very strong in parts of Africa. I think most people would acknowledge that voodoo is very strong over there, and that there's a lot of people that wish that to be, part of what they do and what their government does. So what I was told in Kenya is that the witches and the Satanists are chanting and praying day and night for Barack Obama to be elected. I was also told in Kenya that the religion that Oprah Winfrey started, amazingly, to coincide with Barack Obama's candidacy for president, I was told in Kenya that she has worldwide 200 million followers who chant day and night for Barack Obama to be president. So,
all right, now this I wasn't familiar. Oprah Winfrey started an occult religion?
Oh yes. She says Jesus is not the Savior. She says anything goes. She says there's no heaven, no hell. I mean, she has a lot of things to say, but most of all that Jesus is not the Savior.
Now, I saw her giving away cars on her show too. Where are they even coming from?
Well, they have this man, and honestly, I'm not prepared with that information, but they started in the late winter, early spring of this year. They launched that worldwide religion through Oprah Winfrey, and Oprah has stated numerous times that she supports and backs Barack Obama. Now, the thing that we are not told here in the United States is that she is telling her followers to chant for Barack so that he will be president.
Is she saying that on her show, or?
I'm sorry, what?
Is this one of the things she says on her TV show?
No, I'm telling you, this is what the followers are told to
Right.
do. And again, I want to stress, I was told this in Kenya. We don't hear this in the United States.
Now, let me ask you this, Doctor. Do you believe that those dark powers could help Barack Obama?
Yes, I do.
In what way?
The occult is a very strong force. Now, the worship of our God is also a very strong force. We are told in the Bible, greater is he that's in me than he that's in the world.
True.
The prince of the power of the air is known to be Satan.
Right.
But you see, if you start chanting out into the air, there are forces at work.
Oprah Winfrey, Oprah Winfrey, Oprah Winfrey, Oprah Winfrey.
You say because of the things you do. And witches and occultists, they know this.
Right.
They know this, so they use this opportunity to curse John McCain and to chant for Barack Obama. Now, I was told in Kenya also that Barack Obama's grandmother, who lives in Kenya, is a voodoo high priestess,
right?
And that all during the contest with Hillary, she sacrificed a black and a white chicken every single day
Delicious.
on the shores of Lake Victoria. Now, they were buried alive because she wanted both black and white voters to run after her grandson. That's what I was told in Kenya. And then I was also told that by other sources in the United States. So I assume that that's a strong possibility.
So the occult is out there, and it's very powerful, and Oprah Winfrey is tied in with it, and it's affecting the American politics.
Yes, you know, Barack just came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, when he came back after getting the tribal blessing from the elders, he came back and zap.
Yeah.
You know, zap.
It was almost like I was watching those early returns, and I said to my wife, we were watching TV, and I go, did someone bury some chickens? Where did this guy come from so quickly?
Well, now you know about the chickens.
Now it's the occult. Now, one of these occults, is it true that they will worship a 2,000-year-old Jewish zombie rabbi? They said that he was dead and then walked the earth.
Well, if he did, it had to be that it was a demon possession.
It seems like it. And then they say he rose into the sky. Now, what can you do and what can Christians do to stop Oprah Winfrey and Barack Obama? I wouldn't mind saying maybe if a John McCain gets somebody like a Martha Stewart, somebody that's on his side.
Who's on what, McCain's
maybe
side?
Sometime we can get an occult going for McCain, where we can.
We don't want a cult.
John McCain, something like that.
Prayer. We want Christians to pray for McCain,
right?
And stand in the gap for that man. McCain's a good man. I misunderstood you when you said a 2,000-year-old.
Doctor, can I play the devil's advocate for a moment?
Okay, but I want to clarify.
I'm the devil, and I'm on John McCain's side. And here's what we have to do, Doctor. We have got to stop the occult in what they're doing right now.
Okay.
Did you ever see a movie called Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah, a long time ago.
You remind me of her. Like you were the one, you kind of have short hair, you're living in the Dakota, and like you wanted to get pregnant, and then later you found out it was the devil. Doctor, I really think you're doing some great work out there.
Well, I don't know what you mean by Rosemary's Baby. Please don't compare me to that.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it was Mia Farrow, and she was fantastic. She went on, she married Woody Allen, and then I guess he started dating her kid.
Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about that. I have
know.
nothing to do with
Well,
that.
I'm a movie buff. I'm a movie fan.
Oh, all
Doctor,
right. Well, I'm a Christian. And
you ever hear that song, Sister Christian?
What?
She's got her motor in. Doctor, you're doing some great work out there, and I hope it's not too late that you brought this to people's attentions.
Okay.
We'd love to have you back on the show again. You think we could do that and we could talk more about this?
It's a possibility. I have a lot more information, but I just want people to press this issue. I think the number one issue is pray. Mm-hmm. Pray for John McCain, because I believe that the power of of prayer is very great, and that we should stand in the gap because he's being attacked, I believe,
by the occult
spiritually. But he is a good man. He is actually a good man.
What if we killed some chickens for him?
I would really like to see people rise up and insist on seeing Barack Obama's birth certificate.
Right. I'd love to see that.
Because I don't think that he can produce one.
I wouldn't even be surprised if he had hooves for feet.
If he what?
Had hooves for feet.
Well, that's going a little far, I think.
Right. That would be crazy talk. Hey, Doctor, thanks so much. I got a guy I'd love for you to meet. His name is Paul O. But thank you so much for being on the show today. We'd love to have you back on again, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's the Ron and Fez Show, getting ready for election coverage starting tonight at 7 p.m. in the East.
That is, if there will be an election, as if the voodoo gods don't stop it. And by the way, Earl, you know the man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but again...
When you say what man?
What
you
man?
know the man.
What man?
The man with the power.
Well,
you don't know this at all?
No, I don't.
Power voodoo.
No.
Voodoo. About your own culture.
No, I don't. Unfortunately.
There's so much try.
He knows about living color.
Coloreds.
No, color.
Are we gonna have Living Color on tonight? We'll run a block party. We'll block off 57th Street.
No block party on 57th Street. There will be a party tonight for Obama, but I don't think there'll be a block party.
Are you a little nervous though? Is it going to be taken from you?
No, it's in the back of my head, but I have all the confidence in the world in the American voters. They're going to put him over.
The last thing I have confidence in is the American voter. And after seeing this week, to me, it feels tighter than ever. Which you couldn't go by my electoral map, but it really does feel tighter than ever.
It does. It feels like, like maybe people will get into that voting booth.
Or boating booth.
And think, maybe I can't vote for Barack Obama. Maybe they won't pull that lever.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just that it's such a historic election, and John McCain is tried and true.
Can I talk to Fez, please? Who is going to win tonight?
It's going to be Barack Obama.
So why are you saying this stuff?
Because it does feel like it's tightened up as we got into Election Day.
It felt like that when I said it, or you mean this?
No, it does.
Find a spot of your own. Go there. Shoot from the outside. Drive to the fucking bucket. Earl, for you, I'm really hoping that tonight I'll look in your face and we'll just see it melt. I just want to see it melt like a candle.
Please.
Like you looked into the lost ark of the covenant.
No, it will not be that way. I will not
Should
stop.
I give you money right now? Should I just consider this as my first day of the new tax plan and I'll hand over cash?
It will be. I think I disagree with Fez. I think it's going to be the exact opposite. I think people are going to want to be part of history, and they're going to say, "Hey, I voted for the
By
first
that,
black
do you
president."
mean his story, the Michael Jackson?
Not his story, no.
Would you say that Barack Obama is the Michael Jackson of politics?
I'm thinking more like more Elvis.
Elvis is white.
Well, I know Elvis is white,
So
but
who
Elvis
is he,
was
Stevie Wonder?
There's a lot of Stevie where there's the phenomenon going on where he's destroying. Like, well,
Would
Stevie
you say he's the Maury Wills of politics?
I don't want to say that Maury Wills. He was a great base stealer, but
you called it right the first time. He's Jacko.
Wacko Jacko?
Obama's Jacko because he's phony, he's a little weird, and he's way overconfident.
Could we be honest about this? No one in America ever called him Jacko. That was a British thing, and then that got picked up over here. But that bugs me, that we would follow them and call him Wacko Jacko. How about just Whack Jack?
But he's just like him. He's a somewhat of a megalomaniac.
Well,
you say
like
he's turning white?
You're like Bubbles. That was a little monkey that Wacko Jacko used to have with him.
that poor chimp. That's why there will be a block party, and it'll be in country clubs around the America
that'd be great.
for John McCain.
That would literally be great. Just the white tails and we've done it again. You believe this? They fell for one more time.
We did it again.
I can't believe that this time tomorrow we're going to wake up in a country and this thing is going to be over. This has gone on for so long. 2 years we've been hearing about it. And finally now, it'll be the dawn of a brand new era or continuation of the era that we've had for so many years.
Well, I mean, that's what makes it so depressing. Like, after this incredible wave, the idea that we'll still, we're going to stay with what we had. Stay on the same course, drive off the same cliff that we've been driving off the last 8 years. That makes me
That'll
depressed.
seriously be hysterical. That would really make me laugh hard.
That's a big cliff, too.
Yeah.
It would
but
be.
The one thing that makes me happy about this election is I realize more and more I don't care what happens in the future. I am really ready for the post-apocalyptic world where we're all living like it's The Road or Mailman or one of those crazy movies.
The Postman.
Yeah, The Postman, Waterworld, doesn't matter to me. I'm ready for the whole thing to tip on its side. I'm ready to throw the pest away.
I think it's more like Mad Max. Remember that the original one with it? Because they're all we're looking for gas.
What I love to do are always drag you behind a truck.
No, that would not be very, no.
Well, it is Thunderdome tonight. Ron and Fez's presidential Thunderdome 08. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
If I had to say anything at all bad about Barack Obama, it's the fact that he's a socialist.
He's not a socialist. He just wants to...
He's a socialite. He's a beautiful socialite that is just... That's the two things that the Republicans called him. A socialist or, like Paris Hilton, a socialite.
Well, he likes going out. He likes getting in gowns.
So first they said he was elitist. Now they're saying he's a socialist.
He's a socialist elitist.
He can't
That's
be
the problem
both.
with him. By the way, I don't know whether you've seen all the socialist stuff about him, but guess who's getting mad about Barack Obama being called a socialist? The Socialist Party, who are running their own campaign for president. The campaign is being run by, and I guess the head of the Socialist Party, as well as running for president, is Brian Moore. We've got him lined up right now to let us know who are the real socialists, the Socialist Party or the Democrats starring Barack Obama. We've got him up on the phone right now. It's the socialist, Brian Moore. What do you say there, Brian?
How you doing?
I'm doing very well today, sir. The Socialist Party, it looks like you're almost in danger of losing that to the Democrats.
Not quite. I beg to differ with you, sir.
But you've heard these things, and finally, after all these years, you've been waiting to hear people discuss socialism in the news, but they're doing it in a way that in your opinion, is incorrect.
Not only incorrect, but insulting and derogatory, and fear-mongering and red-baiting, and also false hopes. Both parties are guilty of misleading the public about us and our rich heritage.
So you got a moment here. Explain the Socialist Party to the listeners.
Well, the Socialist Party wants to turn over, it wants to be a nonprofit entity that turns over power and authority and control to the workers and citizens and out of the hands of the power elite. And we want to make for-profit corporations into non-profit corporations, and it would be a more democratic effort on the part of the society to control their own destiny. We would set policy for the companies and determine production and distribution of products, and it would be from the ground up as opposed to the top down, and we would also share in the profits. Therefore, the vast majority of Americans would lead a much more quality existence. They would have a better economic level, full health care, employment, and housing, as opposed to capitalism, which is based on the for-profit motive, and a small group of people at the top usually end up sharing all the profits. And there's a widening gap between the rich and the poor in our country that's occurring, and we're on the verge of collapse economically because of capitalism and its economic system, its selfish economic system.
Now, Brian, could you point at one example, one government that adopted this socialist government and the country ran well because of it?
Sweden, from 1950 through 1990, did a commendable job of having a socialist government. However, with the globalization, it was forced back into capitalism. So I cannot, at the present time, give you a perfect example of where socialism works. But it's a concept and a vision that we have for the country. And keep in mind that over 100 years ago, we advocated issues and positions like a 40-hour work week, workers' compensation, child labor laws, women's suffrage, unemployment insurance, collective bargaining, all those ideas that were embraced by the two major parties 30 years later. So we've always been ahead of our time, and it's the Republicans and the Democrats, the capitalists, that have come up from the rear.
Well, because they're not pure capitalists, correct? I mean, if we were honest about it, they use a little bit of socialized stuff. They use a little bit of capitalism here and there.
Well, yeah. I mean, our school systems, some of our transportation systems, the Veterans Administration hospital system, Social Security, those could be termed as signs of socialism. But keep in mind that socialism it decentralizes government. It's not big government. It's run by the workers and the citizens. The policies are made by the citizens, and we contract with government to implement our policies. So we're not like the heavy-handed communists or the heavy-handed capitalists who depend upon an authoritarian form of democracy and government, a big government and a strong military. We want to cut the military budget in half and then half it again 5 or 10 years later. We really want to close down our military bases overseas and establish a socialist national health plan where we will salary physicians and own and run the hospitals and be able to use the healthcare dollar for the delivery of medical and dental.
But
and mental
you've
health
even admitted after what happened to Sweden, this really doesn't work unless the whole world gets behind it, right?
That is true. That's a very good point. You have to make a good observation. And we not only want socialism for America, we want it for the world, and we would obviously extend out to support and enforce other economies. I mean, under capitalism, we have debilitated economies, undercut them, forced 1 million Mexican farm workers to come up to America because we undercut their corn prices through NAFTA. So that's why a lot of the world is angry with us. They resent our bullying and our corporate interest and for-profit interest at their expense.
Brian, thanks so much for being on the show today. Okay, Brian Moore, the Socialist Party. If you'd like to vote for a one-world socialist government, here's your opportunity. It's all right here on Tuesday, November 4th. Socialism, not just for the United States, but for every government in the world.
Tonight, starting at 7 p.m. in the East, we will be here for full election night coverage with a Ron and Fez Presidential Thunderdome 08. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
What really is a strange thing now, that maybe after tonight, we will never again see America's sweetheart, Sarah Palin. She could be gone. Earl, do you think this could be the end of her? She goes back to Alaska just to become kind of a little footnote of American history, provided she doesn't win.
I say hell no. I think she's going to run in 2012. I think she is locked
Davey
in.
Mack, what do you see happening with Sarah Palin?
I honestly think she's going to help pull this. The last few days she's impressed me. I think she's going to pull this thing through for McCain.
Give me one state that Sarah Palin's going to win for him.
I think she's going to win Oregon and Washington. I think she's going to win the upper Pacific Coast states
because they're closer to Alaska.
That was my logic. No shit. But I actually think she will do the job.
Do you think that people in Oregon and Washington are like, look, it's not that far away. There's only one country between us. Let's vote for her. I don't know if people is regional, as you believe, but we will find out tonight. I will say this. If she pulls Oregon and Washington for him, she deserves whatever she's getting. Go buy her another $150,000 worth of clothes.
I don't think we'll see her anymore. I think everyone tired of her so quick. She came out gangbusters, and within a few weeks, everyone was tired of seeing her glasses and her hairdo.
To be honest, aren't you tired of all of them? I'm even tired of smiling Joe Biden. I am just exhausted with these people.
And I'm still into Sarah Palin. I Google image her all the time.
Have you masturbated to her yet?
Couple times.
Swear?
I swear.
What was she doing?
What was she...
shooting a bull?
No, one of the things was just a photo of her in this red jacket, which I think looks good. The other thing was the Saturday Night Live skit where Amy Poehler was doing the song. She was dancing in the background, and it really turned me on. Because a politician shouldn't have any rhythm, and I thought she had rhythm, and I thought she was very attractive, and I think a lot of Americans feel the same.
Are you saying Barack Obama does not have rhythm?
I know he has a good jump shot. Earl's always going about his jump shot.
Earl, you gave up with the jump shot thing. I missed that. Because that was probably 2 years ago you brought it up. Yeah, you have been the one person that I know that was with Barack Obama since the beginning and every day since. Based 100% on skin tone.
Not just on skin tone. I just thought...
And lip size.
No, not just lip size.
Nostril circumference?
No, not on nostril circumference either.
Big dick.
So he's tall.
You've jacked to another candidate, haven't you, Dave?
That's disgusting.
What about the pregnant daughter? Have you jacked to her?
No.
Why would you bring a minor daughter into this thing? Hey, did you see where supposedly Tina Fey said that that Sarah Palin offered her pregnant daughter, if you ever need anybody to babysit, you need somebody to babysit, we'd love to have her.
That's awesome.
I don't know how you're going to fly her in and pull this off. I don't know how it would work out. But I would be just worried that boy was going to be over there on the couch like last time.
They're not going to be watching the kid.
No. I wonder if like Tina Fey gets, stopped on the street and people start like yelling at her about being Sarah Palin because of how much she does look like her.
Half the country is now looking like Sarah Palin. Like, no matter what happens, and why do they act like she made that look up? That look has been around. Well, who was the CNN anchor during the war? Like Ashley Banfield or something?
Oh, yeah. Yep,
that
that's
was
who it
the
was.
original look, right?
Yep, yeah.
That's the look right there. And Tina Fey looked like that for years. And now people are saying, you look like Sarah Palin? No. Sarah Palin looks like Tina Fey.
Yeah. And Lisa Loeb had that look.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
What was Lisa Loeb's big hit?
Stay.
Yeah,
how's that go?
You stay.
Oh, yeah.
You always want to feel it.
But I always thought that was, she said, you say.
It was Stay, right, Earl?
Yeah, it was from Reality Bites.
But the line was, you stay?
I thought it was Please Stay.
I always thought it was you stay. You say. All right, Hanks, grab it for us.
Here it is.
You say.
Yeah.
You're right.
Take it back from the beginning. Take it back from the beginning.
How'd you remember that?
So the name is Stay, though?
The song is definitely called Stay, right, Pep? Yeah.
Yeah, and to Let It Stay, there's a bunch of versions.
But by the way, I saw Reality Bites far too many times. For a movie that awful, I never turn it off. I never got enough of that little Winona Ryder. I don't think she got the due from this country she should have. And that's how she ended up stealing clothes.
You say
what a bad song.
Yeah. Hear what I want.
It was a giant hit, though, right?
Huge.
Well, she just did a reality show last year of trying to find a perfect guy for herself, and this was the theme song. This is all she's known for.
That's sad. Ethan Hawke directed this video, and there wasn't a lot of great cinematography in the video. You're like, why is Lisa Loeb even talk about it if it's such a bad video? Just her singing.
Like zoom in, go to the side, go to the side.
I don't
zoom
remember.
in.
I'm going to be honest. I don't remember the video at all. I just wish Ethan Hawke would just realize that Winona Ryder's perfect for him. Oh, and then our little Janine Garofalo was in that.
Yeah.
And she said she's still stopped by people to this day over this dumb movie. She says she can't walk past any college. She can't go by NYU because the kids are still watching it.
Do they always do the thing where when My Sharona comes on, when she goes, points her finger to
Turn this up. You will not be sorry. Turn this up. All right, turn the shit up.
You know,
You're gonna kill me. I already proved them wrong. I proved Dave wrong. Finally, somebody has proved Dave wrong.
I'm very upset. Tarantino cut out a camcorder segment of Pulp Fiction only because of reality bites. You know, that whole sequence of when Travolta first came in to Uma Thurman's house, she had a camcorder in black and white and was asking about Beatles versus Elvis. And Tarantino's like, I cut the whole fucking thing out because of one movie, Reality Bites. Ruined that scene.
Or made it better, because I don't need to watch another stupid camcorder scene.
If it was Tarantino, I want to see everything that he does. Still pissed off at Ben Stiller for that shit.
For what? That movie?
For having that camcorder scene.
First? Having it first? You were mad at the person who did something first?
But his was
Guess
lame.
what? I was going to write Sweet Child of Mine if Axl Rose hadn't beat me to it. That son of a bitch. Get him. Get him, my pretties. Tonight, hang out with us. We will stay to the last bloody moment. What time are they calling it tonight, Fez?
This will not be called till 11 o'clock tonight.
Davey Mack?
10:45 p.m.
Party starts at 10:30.
I'm going to say they called it 8. I really believe we're going to get out of here in an hour. I honestly feel good about that. By 8 o'clock, they are going to know, just like when Reagan read. All right, we now want to just tell you. He won. So go home, everyone.
I'm just curious, what were the early, like with Reagan, when I think he won like 49 out of 50? What were the poll numbers leading up to that?
I don't remember them making such a big deal about the polls like they do now. I mean, you always knew that he had heat, but for the life of me, I don't remember the constant polling numbers being in our face the whole time.
No, and there wasn't especially this daily tracking stuff where day to day you're seeing, whether it's a 3-point jump or an 8-point jump. Yeah, that I don't remember that happening.
It might have started with the first Clinton in 92 because that's when...
The constant pollings?
Yeah, because that's when like CNN was really kicking in and everything like that.
Not the 12 years before that election?
It was around, but
yeah.
It's like when you hear that HBO has been around since the early 70s, you're like, what? It has?
Yeah, it really has. I had to do that thing to look at some of those early stand-up specials. And it just looked like some guy just walked in with a camera. You know what I mean? It's basically the way you would look at a YouTube now. And there was no, like, backdrop to, this was for the Robert Klein, which was the first stand-up special. And it was basically, he's at some nondescript college. Let's just show it. Let's just show it. They didn't have any set behind them.
No
nothing.
Music or anything?
No, nothing. Just walking out, you saw a bad stand-up show. No offense, Robert, but you and your dumb white pants and saddle shoes didn't really seem as cutting edge as you tried to tell me during the Unmasked.
Saddle shoes?
Yes, he was wearing saddle shoes and white pants and like a shirt with a sweater over top of it. And let's face it, you weren't exactly Lenny Bruce doing that act. It looked like he should have been doing dinner theater. It honestly looked like a dinner theater look.
Did he have his harmonica?
Yes, he did. He did I Can't Stop My Leg. Just like he did in every special and like he did in Unmasked.
I liked it when he brought a bunch of Latina dancers and sort of
You know
made
what?
it into a merengue.
Guess what? Fucking HCG bust my balls about the same thing. I am not in charge of the man's life. I simply did an Unmasked with him. I tried to find another side. Maybe there isn't one. Maybe the fact is he's always been unmasked. Maybe he's white pants and saddle shoes, and that's the only thing you can say about it.
Just like John McCain.
Now, no matter who wins tonight, I'd really like to see them start tomorrow. I know they take over January 20th, but if they could go ahead and start tomorrow, I don't think the guy that's in there now would mind leaving soon. Leaving earlier.
They've got to put together everything, their cabinets, and most of these people say they wish they had more time because they've been running so hard for the last couple of years. I'm sure they have ideas what they'd like to do the first 100 days or so, but they are not ready. And the only one who knows where his office is going to be is the guy who wins president. Other than that, everybody else is scrambling. You got to get the old people out, the new people in. It's not comfortable for anybody at all.
And you
not
can't,
comfortable.
And you can't, like, basically put your team together yet because everyone's such blabbermouth now. You can't say, hey, I want to be part of the team. And
that is what's really kind of bummed me out about the McCain camp is how many people are stabbing him and Palin in the back. The insiders. The Republican insiders.
Last week they were calling her a whack job, and these are all people.
Wacko Jacko is what they said.
Rats on a ship. And you know what? John McCain and Sarah Palin will be laughing at you, rats. They're taking it tonight, baby.
Ha. So he does have rats on his ship?
I was confused about my own analogy, actually.
So he's not sinking, but there are rats on his ship.
I think I was trying to say that they think the ship is sinking, so they're acting like rats.
Right. So they're jumping like rats on a comfortably sailing ship.
Right.
Who think it's sinking.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. It was not good.
Yeah.
McCain. Oh, wait.
They're jumping like dogs from a surfboard. Well, the real surfboard is you and society. Tonight, tune back in here at 7 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to count down state by state by state. One of us has picked a winner tonight, and one of us has been closest. We don't know who it is right now. If we had to say who's the closest, who would you say, Fez? You wish you had another number? Are you happy with yours?
I would actually think maybe go a little bit more on the Obama side. I think maybe I went too conservative with states that are going to stay red and are going to stay blue.
Would you like to answer my question?
I think you are the closest.
Thank you. You know what? Let's just throw these out then, and I win the $1,000.
Oh, man.
Fez is the judge. That is it for us, guys. 7 o'clock tonight. Take care. Earl, best of luck.
Thank you.
Or breast of luck, as I like to say to the ladies.
That's the end of my show. Donk.
Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of satellite of love. Satellite of love. Satellite of love.
The Ron and Fez Show.